Okay.
Not a movie.
Thank you for the heads up.
You know, I knew I shouldn't have left him with the sitters. Before we left, I swear he said, Mama, don't go to Sheboygan.
God damn it. Are you just down, or is that the end of the line?
Because it's just, that line is so fun. I don't know. Why did she say it like that? Mama, don't go to Sheboygan. Woo! Great show.
Is it Thea?
Wow. Throwback. It is not Thea.
Damn. Who said that?
Let's see. Oh, maybe I can do another
Okay.
quote from the show.
Okay.
Let's see. That's not a mercy date. That's a Lord have mercy date.
Is it the Grandma and the Proud Family?
Eddie's first word was, huh?
Wait, Grandma Winslow?
It's Family Matters.
Okay, was it Grandma Winslow or was it Harriet?
Okay, I did a whole bunch of them. The first one was...
Oh, okay.
First one was Rachel.
Oh.
I feel like all of these were probably from the first season, which, don't debate me, funniest season of Family Matters.
Okay.
Through and through. The most hilarious season of Family Matters is the first one.
Okay.
And they just had a way of saying things. This is why Black people are so great. They just said things in a way that was fucking funny. Like, the car broke down when they were supposed to be going to Sheboygan for Carl's brother's wedding or something, or his birthday, I think. And they're stuck in, like, the snow. And Rachel says, I knew I should have never left little Richie with that sitters before we left. Mind you, Richie is like 6 months.
Right.
Before we left, I swear he said, Mama, don't go to Sheboygan. And Harriet turned around and was like, he said Sheboygan? Family Matters is funny
Black
as
people
fuck.
are like this, yes. Okay, all right. Good one. Good job.
You did a great job. You brought back the essence of Thea.
It sounded like Thea instantly to me.
See ya. That's all I remember about Thea. And
To
that
the
Brandy
Capitol.
was on it.
See ya.
That's it. And I would run around the house yelling,
Man.
see ya, and my parents thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I've been bad forever.
That was my show. Family Matters was good too, but I just wanted so much less Urkel. Even as a young person, Urkel got on my nerves.
It was funnier when he just like would show up sometimes in one scene and then go away. Like it was like the family itself, especially Laura.
Yes.
Young Laura Winslow.
Laura dragged.
Was funny.
She was so good.
As fuck. And so smart.
Yes.
Like she delivered those lines so well.
She really did.
That was a great show. And then, you know, everybody loved Urkel and he became, and then it turned into like some
And then it turned
sci-fi
into
shit.
like the Urkel show.
Honestly, it beat Big Bang Theory to whatever it is that Big Bang Theory is.
Okay. I don't.
Because Steve was then like making potions and turning himself into other people.
Yep.
And they teleported to Paris one time and he had a doll that came to life.
Yeah.
It just became so weird.
It was like he was so smart that he was like kind of a wizard now.
Yeah.
Right. Like this ain't, he was supposed to just be the annoying neighbor with the stupid voice and the crazy laugh who occasionally broke things, not blow the roof off the house. Like
right. Like I think he literally blew the house up.
Like put a rocket through the roof or something. Like, okay, anybody would ban you from their house.
And then there was that one season where he like lived with them. You remember he lived in like the basement? He moved into the house at one point.
Jesus. Okay, I don't recall this clearly.
I don't remember what season it was. This is deep into Family Matters lore. But at one point, he literally moved into the house at one point. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He lived in like their basement.
I don't. His parents were just over him? They were overseas.
Yeah, they
for
always
something?
hated him for like the first. I don't know. Like I guess maybe they really left. I don't remember why he moved in.
Yeah.
But I guess they figured since he's going to be in every scene anyway, it just makes more sense for him to live in the house too. I don't know.
Mess.
But I remember reading that Jo Marie Payton, Queen, who left the show like right before its last season. I remember her saying, she was like, it jumped the shark. It's not what it was before. Now it's the Urkel show.
Yes. That's the same thing that, what's his name? John Amos said about Good Times. That JJ's character was like taking over the show and it was trash now. And that's why he went down to Alabama and got himself killed.
And it led to a very legendary episode.
It did.
It did.
Damn.
Whereas with Family Matters, they just hired Gina Waters' mama to be the new Harriet.
I didn't even watch. I'm not looking at that Harriet.
The last season of Family Matters wasn't good.
Y'all, well, I wouldn't know because y'all tried me enough with that Aunt Viv switcheroo. I wasn't doing it with Family Matters.
Aunt Viv was way more painful because, like, light-skinned Aunt Viv wasn't only not dark skin on Viv, but she was like completely different. She was like a housewife,
right?
She was just more like in the house. Whereas, what's the angry woman? Janet Hubert. When she was like, actress. Look, she plans on keeping her kitten heel on every fresh neck, every fresh Prince throat. She hates them niggas. Like, she hates.
I really don't get tired of it.
Yeah, but she was like such a strong character from the get-go, and she was teaching. She slayed them white bitches in that dance class, and then she just became this boring
They were
character.
About like black power and all that shit, right. And then suddenly she was just boring and light-skinned and there. So didn't nobody like her, but I sure wasn't looking at new Harriet.
She had one funny line, that light-skinned Aunt Viv, when they had that horse in the kitchen or whatever. And she knew that
what the fuck?
Phil would go come home and be pissed. And when he did or something, she came and she was like, I gotta go. I gotta bye. And she just walked out the room.
I feel like you told me about this before, and that's probably the only reason I remember it. Once Baby Nikki started talking, that show started going downhill.
Baby Nikki was great, though.
I mean, he was adorable. But when these kids grow up, it's just like, oh, okay.
So was season 2, Lil Richie with his Jerry girl.
Oh, now he was adorable. And little baby Naya Rivera, his little girlfriend.
Oh,
Gwendolyn, yes. Oh, they were so cute.
He could not stand Gwen.
You know what? Yes, it was the reverse of Steve and Laura.
Yeah.
She was so into him, and he was just like, you could go anywhere else, and that would be great. He was not feeling her little ass at all.
It was almost Myrtle and Eddie.
Oh, my God.
Myrtle May Urkel.
I almost forgot about Urkel drag playing himself.
Oh, my God. He played like a martial artist. Yeah, we were talking about this. We have gone
way too deep into this. Okay.
So, welcome back, guys.
Yes.
I am Judy Winslow.
And I am Oprah's sequined Ivy Park hoodie.
Wow.
Have you seen it?
So
you haven't seen it.
Oprah Ivy Park.
No, there you go. It's right here.
Wow.
You weren't ready. That's the cover of O Magazine.
Wow.
You were ill prepared.
I didn't even I googled it, and BET has a headline: Black billionaires link up.
Yes. Get into this youthful.
Okay.
Oprah said, bitch, you thought old wear.
Right.
Your girl is in with the kids.
Welcome back to another episode of the show. This week, we're going to dive into some Black excellence. First of all, I'd like to honor one Ayanna Pressley.
Yes.
The first Black woman to serve on Boston City Council will now be the first Black woman to represent Massachusetts in U.S. Congress.
Go off.
After she slayed in what they call an upset. I just love when Black people win things like political seats, and it's called an upset when they beat a white person. I know that they're like really upset.
Right. Well, I think it was a white man who was running for like his 10th term.
Yeah.
So it was probably way past time for him to get his ass out of office anyway. Like, y'all needed some new blood in there regardless.
You may have already seen her heartwarming video where she got the news and cried and hugged all her loved ones and things like that. It warmed even my frigid, nearly dead heart.
An accomplishment.
And I also watched her speech, Change Can't Wait. Black women are just like...
literally everything. Woo! Wow.
There's like a goddess energy.
You know, you're not wrong.
Women. And when you harness it, my God,
not wrong.
That's what everyone's afraid of.
Yep, it's true.
It's like
they're afraid of our power. They see it, they feel it. It frightens them.
Wow, that's why LeBron James is making shoes for y'all.
Oh my God, did you see LeBron's new campaign, the strongest thing? Oh my God, Lena Waithe is on it.
In the air.
Ugh.
I'm just like
LeBron James just keeps giving me reasons to stare. He's like, campaign. I don't care about white people. I don't. Whatever they have to say about things, it doesn't matter to me. I just love him so much.
Also, obviously, giving honor to Colin Kaepernick. with his new Nike campaign and ad.
Amen. Glory. Glory. A beautiful ad.
This has brought me so much joy for so many reasons. Mm-hmm. First of all, yes.
Yes.
Secondly, work Nike. And I'm a Black American, so I already spend money on Nike. Hello. Duh. So to know that there is a company, a brand in my life that is making a conscious and public effort to take a stand on something that I agree with.
Okay.
Thank you to that, but more than anything, pissing off all these racist crackers.
Yeah, that's really it, isn't it?
I plan to go and get a full, like a brand new, maybe like if I got like a limited edition, some sort of a printed Nike suit, fresh shoes, and I want to go into Lincoln Square and get to dancing like one of them Nigerian students.
Oh, I can't wait for this Kaepernick line to come out.
Just give me every piece.
Y'all gonna be like, wow, bitch, it's tacky to wear more than 2 pieces of para at a time. I'm gonna be like,
I don't care.
Sounds like haters to me. I'm excited. I don't know that Nike really took that big of a leap because, I mean, like you said, niggas have been supporting, will always support. And they have their money tied up in, like, there's so many teams and athletes in different sports that are contracted with Nike. Like, their money isn't going anywhere. So white people burning shoes and socks that they already purchased.
You paid for them.
And then probably purchase them secondhand because nobody who has, like, anything new or cute is setting their shit on fire. Period. Nobody's doing it. I didn't even burn or cut up my Kevin Durant jersey when he left us.
Oh, that's different.
For that team over in Oakland.
Maybe not. I don't know.
No, it's not no damn different. Right, but I'd be damned if I throw away something that I paid for, much less got custom with my name on it. I'd be damned.
And I really did enjoy that meme that said, you know, you could have just taken those clothes and given them to homeless veterans or just homeless people or just anyone who needed some clothes to wear on their body. Since that's what you truly care about. But
it isn't actually what you truly care about. You just want that nigger to get up and shut up.
And shut his fucking nigger mouth.
That's really it. How dare you?
How fucking dare you? And how fucking dare
they're
you,
pissed.
Nike?
Oh, they're pissed. Oh,
with
yeah.
his fucking afro in front of my fucking goddamn face.
I just can't wait to see all these corny white people boycott Nike. Like, I don't... Y'all...
First of all, for every dollar you take away from them, I'm giving them 2. So, just me by myself.
So many of us are still going to buy those products. It's like, it's not going to, no.
The thing, though, that, like, really frustrates me, right, about this whole thing, we can laugh, and I am happy, you know, I am just happy that Nike is having this moment for Colin Kaepernick. More so for him, just to continue to use his message and his face and his fucking fro to further the conversation that he has been trying to have this entire time. Frustrates me. And it always brings me back to my Uncle James, that's Baldwin, and how he talked about, you know, being Uncle in a constant rage.
Right. Negroes in America.
Racism and, like, anti-blackness is so deeply embedded in this country and is so, like, a part of the entire history of white America that they don't even like, I don't understand how there's an opposite side to this discussion other than you just hate black people.
That's really all
like,
there is.
I don't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for the excuse of, oh, he's disrespecting the flag or the this or that or whatever, like, eat every penis. Like, are you serious? Because, and it's like, how is the NFL even upset? Like, it's not like he was, like, refusing to play or throwing games.
Right.
Or running around nude on the field or setting the grass on fire. You know, like,
he showed up to play the game, and at first he was actually sitting down, and a veteran told him it would be more respectful to kneel. So he started kneeling instead of sitting, which is, again, something a veteran told him to do, to be more respectful. And yet,
but see,
all these people see...
Though, this is the thing. That's not a secret. You know, that's not that's not insider info. Nobody called you and told you that, right?
Right.
So why are we still, that's what frustrates me.
How are people just not acknowledging the truth? It's the same reason Donald Trump is still in office. This is what Americans do best.
Anyways, the thing that frustrates me so much about this Colin Kaepernick thing, and I'm just like, I know that well after I'm dust, people will discuss this man and this whole era.
Yeah.
Because he literally took a knee during a song that that has racism censored out of it already.
Right. You just don't sing that verse.
And you want me... Anyways. Good
and
looks,
he made sure to call Serena Williams the greatest athlete of all time in that video. I noticed that.
And said, yeah, that's more like it.
We're all just making sure. We all see it, right? LeBron James did the same thing.
Yeah, he did.
She's the GOAT, and there's no discussion. That's it. I just love to see black men give a black queen her props.
It's just so annoying to hear people...
Because they're just so due.
Try to act like this is something that it's not, and it's so typical of... a lot of Black Americans, especially, to turn to redefine the messages that we are putting out there when we talk about what we go through or when we try to defend ourselves. They always try, even if we peacefully sit, you know what I'm saying, with our legs crossed and say, hey, we're dying.
Right.
Let's do something about this.
Right.
It's immediately, rather than even saying, all right, let's talk about what you're saying here. It's immediately, let's turn this into y'all are villains. And here's why you hate America. And here's why you hate freedom and the flag and people who have died for this country and all this stuff. It's no, never said anything not even remotely close to that.
Never said
what's happening. Not to mention, as an American, I literally have the right to do this. So anyway, whatever. We talked about all of this before. I don't even know why.
There are black troops, black people fought for this country. This country that has hated us. What are you talking about?
Isn't rocket science. Why are we still trying to pretend like this is even something worth cutting up your own clothes and setting your own clothes that you bought already? They have your money for that already.
It just doesn't, racism just does not exist without ignorance. You have to be totally willing to ignore facts and good sense to be against Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, but see, then don't try to act like you're just this good old apple pie eating American that loves their country and doesn't have a problem with race, doesn't see color and blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. Stand up in your racism, bitch. Say that you don't give a fuck. Say you don't care about none of this shit that we're talking about and you just want to watch your football without niggas complaining about, being killed. Just say that. We know it already.
Yes,
just say that.
Racists. I miss those racists who were just no, I don't like you niggers, and I would like very much for you to get your darky ass off my property. Don't ever come in my Caucasian
then we know
home.
where we stand.
Right.
And we don't have to waste time with fucking semantics and all this other dumb shit that you already, that you're missing. You're intentionally... That is what pisses me off to no end about this whole entire Colin Kaepernick story and movement, and why I take so much pleasure in trolling the fuck out of white people who get so mad at him existing.
Burning your own things that you're not even going to the Nike store and burning their shit. You're burning your shit. That's literally costing them $0. I don't understand. There's so many people to cuss out this week. Oh, Lord God.
I mean,
there's so
I guess that was a pre-read. I don't know,
right? We just couldn't help it. We just got straight to it.
Park when we have to.
All
right. So this week in our pop culture segment called Hot Tops, Ready Bottom One. Did I do Ready Bottom? I don't think I did.
I like that one. That's a good one.
I did too.
Ready Bottom One.
Just
bottom two got to stay keyed up though, because you never know. Never know.
Bottom two might still be a Dwayne Reed. I'm getting
buying that piss, pills, and potions.
You know what you got to do. What the fuck? What? So, where were we? Did you watch the Bobby Brown movie? The Bobby Brown story?
Oh, Christ Jesus. I really tried.
Okay, I didn't.
My God, what a mess.
I definitely didn't watch it.
One of my friends tweeted, there's no story to the Bobby Brown movie. It's just a photo album and video clips from Bobby Brown's life. And that pretty much sums it up.
Well, before it aired, I did see this, whole story about how they were going to include Bobby Brown throwing Janet Jackson out of his hotel room naked. And I guess that was not a part of the film.
I don't remember that part, but he definitely made it clear that he smashed Janet Jackson more than once.
Okay.
And there was a sex scene with him and Janet. So Yes. And he got in his feelings and asked if she wasn't going to be with him because he was black. He was like, is it because I'm black? It's because I'm dark skinned, ain't it? And it was just like, wait, what? He was like, I bet if I was one of them DeBarge niggas, I would be good enough. And
now,
like,
Bobby, shut the Bobby.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. The Jacksons are not known for dating dark-skinned people, but
they're not. I'm just saying. Like,
but still,
Bobby, did you say that to her face?
But it's the bigger point to me is it's 2018. Why are you telling this woman's business? Like, why is you smashing Janet Jackson something worthy of scenes in this TV thing? Like, why?
I don't know.
Why? I don't get that. But niggas, I guess.
Well, Bobby Brown said on Twitter that they cut this scene of him throwing her out of the hotel room last minute, probably because it just made sense to avoid litigation. I don't know. I really don't. But I did not. I think it's 2 parts. Is there more than one? Is it done? That was the whole thing?
No. So last night I know was part 1. I think tonight is part 2. And then maybe there's a part 3. I don't plan on watching any more of it. Because after this, it's going to be more into Whitney and Bobby Christina. And I still remember all that. And I'm not trying to relive it. Yeah, they're doing all that.
Of course.
So I'm not trying to go back down that road. No thanks. I won't be looking at it. But I do think the young man who is playing Bobby is very talented. And really most of the cast is doing a good job. You can tell Bobby Brown had his hand all over this.
Yeah.
All over this.
Yeah. The previews alone gave me...
It took him a long time to get to the drug and alcohol problem. Like, way longer than it should have. But, entertaining if nothing else.
You know what? When I have mental time, I will take a shot at that.
All right, friend. All right, friend.
Speaking of biopics, the Richard Pryor biopic apparently is still a thing that is happening, although we've been discussing this for almost a decade. So Mike Epps was in talks to play Richard Pryor for like the past few years. And it kept getting delayed. I think at first Lee Daniels was supposed to be producing it. I don't think he's involved with it anymore. And then I guess it also got pushed back or complicated somehow because the Weinstein Company was making it or behind it.
Damn. So that probably fucked things right on up. Yep.
But Michael posted yesterday a photo of himself on the gram, and it is him in front of a poster of Richard Pryor's film, Which Way Is Up? And he's got his little mini fro, and his face is all shaved, and he's doing the smile.
Okay.
And he looks a lot like him. And I kind of think he's going to do a good job. I've never really seen Mike Epps, like, act. Mm-hmm. Maybe I have, and I'm not thinking of a film. Because I've seen Mike Epps in a lot of shit. I know that Mike Epps is fucking hilarious, but I don't... I don't know if I've ever seen him do something like channel the shit that an actor needs to channel to like really do this. But I'm excited to see this, obviously.
He does look like him.
Yeah, he does look like him.
I don't know. Maybe he'll surprise us like Jamie Foxx did in Ray. Because I wasn't ready for Jamie Foxx to do what he did in Ray. And he fucked that up. So
that's true.
Maybe so. Fingers crossed.
I remember every now and then I always remember that Ray was phenomenal and Jamie Foxx killed it.
Oh yeah.
But I think I forget a lot of the times that we didn't really have much faith prior. Like when we heard Jamie Foxx was playing Ray, it was kind of like...
We were like, oh, I don't know. That nigga very goofy, you know? Right. We was used to like Wanda and the Jamie Foxx show.
Him being funny.
Right. But Jamie Foxx turned that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely guilty.
Right. White people knew who he was then. Now he's very rich. And with that one white girl and everything.
So there you have it.
So Mike Epps, I hope your white woman is coming soon.
Oh my God.
He probably already has one. What am I saying?
So I'm really excited to see this movie. I hope that it comes out soon. They're saying that it is rumored to be coming out sometime in early 2019. Supposedly it's called Is It Something I Said?
Oh, Father God. I like that title.
But I really want to see this.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm hyped. Good luck, everybody who's behind that. Can't wait to catch a trailer or something like that. And it would be nice to see Mike Epps sitting at the all the big awards and shit.
Yes, it will.
That's right. I hope it's good. So we talked last week.
Mike Epps isn't problematic, right?
I'm sure.
We've said something nice, so now he definitely, whatever he's done, it'll come up.
Yeah, it's coming up. We're going to hear about it tomorrow.
All right.
So we spoke briefly about the highly anticipated Iyanla Braxton's crossover.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if they already filmed this or what, but Tamar has already referred to Iyanla as the devil. She said on Twitter that she called her Rhonda. She said Rhonda is the devil.
I love when people call her Rhonda.
Just trust your gut. So I'm assuming Tamar ain't ever really want to do this. Clearly, somebody thought about it. And I'm hoping this is something that this is a reaction to it already being taped, because I need this like it.
Right. I'm hoping Tamar just doesn't like the way it was edited or something, and she probably knew it was going to go that way, and she was right.
Or there's a good chance that Iyanla called her a bald ass bitch or something, because Iyanla will call you out your name,
or had them do some dumbass exercise. Like, hired people to come in and pretend like they was all being robbed just to show them the value of trusting family.
Right.
That's the type of shit she does.
That is what she literally does.
She's gonna have them painting their feelings.
You wake up thinking you're getting ready to go to set to film with Iyanla, and you actually get a phone call from her saying your sisters are missing and you have 3 hours
right.
spread out across Atlanta and find them, or they'll die, Tamar. What now?
And then when you show up at the house, she's like, see, I was testing you to see if you really had the faith, beloved. You didn't have the connection with your sisters.
That is actually an amazing Iyanla impression.
To know they were still alive.
Like, you actually sound exactly like her.
They had a marathon of that shit on the other day, and I cleaned my whole house watching that shit.
Gold.
I washed the walls. That's how bored I was.
Now, I just can't wait to see this, because first of all, Iyanla is extra, and then Tamar is as well. So there's also a good chance that Iyanla didn't even really get to say hello before Tamar was like, nope, don't like it, bye. Like, really anything is possible, and I can't wait to watch this.
It's going to be good.
So, oh man, how did you ruin their day, Iyanla? Like, what did you do? Well, I just can't wait to see the exercise. Right. It's just always something ridiculous.
Whatever exercise she came up with, it's going to be the fuck terrible. Oh, I can't wait.
She probably had fucking Trina suspended over shark-filled water.
Oh my God.
I can't. I need to see this.
She had them all rank each other in order of how much they like the others. Something messy that was going to start some shit with that family.
She probably called Tamar pitchy. Or something real personal, like...
Yes. She made them all repeat the meanest thing they've ever said to each other. Oh my God, watch us be right!
You're probably right. That actually sounds... Like, you
Stand in front of the mirror.
You're warm.
And
yes.
And say to yourself what you said to your sister.
She'll probably get, like, some old Toni Braxton cutouts from, like, Sam Goody. And then make them say it to the cutout.
Talk about how you felt when Toni was the star. And nobody knew who you were.
She gonna make all of them but Toni dance behind the cutout and sing.
God. This needs to hurry up and air.
Oh my God. Why are we waiting? Just
I can't
put it out
wait.
now.
I can't wait.
I will literally go on Amazon and buy this episode. It will be the first episode.
Oh, my DVR is set.
I don't really care about this. So Zendaya is dating Spider-Man?
I don't.
So she
the
was
little
in
white
that
boy?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was like, she plays Mary Jane in that movie.
Okay.
And there were rumors that they were dating. But Sky Jackson's mama confirmed it to be true on Instagram in a comment.
What did she? I have to know what she said.
Okay, so there's a picture that's posted of them together. It says Zendaya celebrates her 22nd birthday in style with friends and family in London. Her Spider-Man co-star and rumored real-life boyfriend Tom Holland was there for the special day. A commenter said, rumored boyfriend, haha, y'all dream too much. And this child's mama said, yes, it's true. They've been on the low for a while. The only reason I brought this up is because I was confused as to why she felt...
Why would you do that?
...comfortable to...
How is that your place? Why would you say that?
Why didn't you just...
Unless...
I mean, I'm sure that they know each other, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
because
definitely.
Sky's a Disney kid, Zendaya is a Disney kid, or whatever, but I don't understand why
Yeah, that seems like you could have just minded your business, and why didn't you? I mean, I hope they asked her to say that, because otherwise that's just
weird.
Right. Like, girl, you could just talk about your life. I bet Sky texted her mama like, really, girl?
Sky Jackson looks like a little ladybug.
She's so cute.
She's just so cute. I mean, she's practically a grown-ass woman now.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Like,
but she is just so,
I
don't know.
looks like a little baby.
What that show is she's on, but sometimes I see her little self before Raven's Home comes on.
Oh, man. I can't remember. I was fully didn't give in a fuck.
There you go.
Disney. I think That's a Raven was like the end of my I watched Disney.
Me too, definitely. That was my last Disney show.
I'm have seen a lot of them in passing, and I know I've seen
iCarly.
No, she wasn't on iCarly. She was on one I think that had something to do with a babysitter.
iCarly is old. Them kids is probably
and that's Nickelodeon.
Now. Yeah. Oh well. There we go.
But iCarly was funny. That show was funny. I don't know why.
That had the little white girl Sam on it.
Sam Puckett.
She was funny.
White trash.
She was funny.
She was so great. Sam was like Sean from Boy Meets World.
Yes. Oh man. Sean was really my introduction to poor white trash.
Yeah.
He was.
I loved Sean. Boy Meets World was a great show.
It was. It
covered so much real shit.
You know what? Don't get me started.
It was like White Family Matters.
No, it was not like White Family Matters.
It really was. In fact, they have like almost shared universes, because I remember the special episode of Family Matters. It was Homegirl. What was the black girl name from Boy Meets World? She was the one who got shot. You remember?
Oh,
remember the episode about gun control?
Sean's girlfriend.
Sean's black girlfriend.
What
was
her name?
Don't tell me. It's.
I'm Googling it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Are you gonna be Google? Are you?
Fuck. I'm not.
Angela.
Damn it. I wouldn't have gotten it.
It was Angela.
Though.
Damn. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, Angela got capped in Family Matters. So, I mean, whatever. But no, that was a great show. Anyway, we
keep getting distracted.
Spider-Man is allegedly dating Zendaya.
Okay.
Good for her.
All right.
Lovely.
I don't know that little boy.
Can't wait to watch her new Drake-produced show.
Oh, really? Drake produced?
Yeah, that show on HBO.
I did not know she was in that.
Yeah, I mean, she's the only person who I've seen in, like, promo or whatever for it.
Yeah, I'll be watching that.
But they're already saying it's about to be like the new Degrassi. And probably just because Drake's producing it.
Oh, God. Degrassi was never for me, but maybe I'll watch it with Zendaya on it.
I think I've maybe watched, like, 2 full episodes of Degrassi just being at home one day after school and, like, being bored.
I really don't think I've ever seen 1 full episode, so...
Degrassi is one of those shows, if you, like, watched it, like, if you came up and that was your show, it was your show. If you missed it, you don't care and you never will.
Got it.
So that video where he had, like, the whole cast come back.
Yes. Oh, yeah, really. That
did
flew
not care.
right over my head.
But if you were a Degrassi fan, it was, like, life-changing.
Okay.
Like, they were weeping.
Gotcha.
Like...
They were very emotional on Twitter. Like, I saw it.
Why wasn't Drake in a wheelchair then? Isn't he supposed to be?
I don't know if he stayed in a wheelchair. I don't know anything.
Jimmy walked again?
Yeah. When did Jimmy not walk?
When he got shot.
Oh.
You know the story of Wheelchair Jimmy?
Now, I know Wheelchair Jimmy got shot, but I thought Wheelchair Jimmy got shot in the wheelchair.
Well, no, that would have been fucking...
Damn, look at you. Are you okay?
That would have been...
Okay.
I just got a picture of little Drake already.
Okay, so the story's less fucked up than I thought.
No, he was just like a regular student, whatever. Maybe for like, I don't know if he got shot in the first season, because again, I don't know.
Okay.
But he was just like on 2 feet, just, whatever.
Oh,
and then
okay. All right.
One of the other students shot him and he was paralyzed for it because of it. And so like...
He got shot at school? It was a school shooting?
Yeah, it was a school shooting.
Wow.
And so I don't really know if he stayed in the wish. I don't know what happened.
I thought he got shot at a basketball game.
No, I've seen the scene of him getting shot. I mean, I think that's one of the full episodes I watched. But yeah, he got like shot in the hallway at school.
I'm piecing this story together through like gifts, so I don't.
Yeah, there are a lot of gifts.
I don't know.
If you missed it, you just did.
That's fine.
And that's just kind of
it. That's fine.
So Cardi B could possibly be sued by two young women who bartend at a club called Angels in the New York area.
Mm.
So, rumor has it that these bartenders, these sisters, that go by the name of Jade and Batty G.
Batty?
Batty G.I.
Oh, Batty, like Instagram Batty.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Batty like nuts.
Maybe it's a double entendre. Entendre.
Your French accent is improving.
Thank you. So the sisters got jumped. Looks like more than once. So the story goes that Cardi maybe was under the impression that the sister Jade slept with her baby's father. Set off.
Okay, right.
And set it off. I'm gonna start calling him that. No, I like that movie too much.
Right.
So yeah, whole thing. And then Cardi allegedly sent several messages to the sisters informing them of their impending beatdown.
Oh my God.
It says here that the ladies on August 15th were approached by 5 women in Queens.
Oh God.
Where they were viciously attacked. Their hair was grabbed. They were hit with ashtrays, punched, and had serious damage.
Ashtrays. You bitches.
You just gotta grab whatever's in.
I mean, but
I just don't believe. You know what?
Jumping bitches is not fair.
No, it's never fair. But it seems like part of New York hood culture. Not even just hood, just the whole Northeast.
Fighting, right?
It's just no, you're gonna get jumped,
right?
Not even taking the chance of you not getting beat up. We're just gonna I want you to be beat up, so we're gonna jump you.
I thought Cardi was in Atlanta.
Well,
okay.
Says here on Wednesday, August of the 29th, the sisters were approached by Cardi herself, along with Cardi's bad bitch posse. I'm assuming Hennessy was probably there, throwing Hennessy.
Certainly. You know her sister was there.
Along with bottles and chairs. Now it says that the young women are pursuing legal action against Cardi B and her attackers for said attack, which is interesting to me because I also saw IG Live posts from them where one of the girls was like, "Look at my face. There's not a scratch on my face. I'm fine. You didn't do nothing. All y'all did was throw drinks." I saw all of that, but now you're saying that they beat your ass and you had to go to the hospital. So which one?
Right. Which one is it? Was it the other? Maybe they beat her sister's ass. Bitch, y'all didn't get me.
Well, this here says that Jade is the one who got her ass beat and needed.
But Jade was also on Instagram talking about how cute she looked. Yeah, something in the milk ain't clean.
I don't know.
Is this true? Is this court documents? Is any of this backed up?
Well, there just seems like way too much subliminal stuff that has come from all of the parties involved for it not to be true.
Okay.
Cardi B very clearly hates these two girls. They very clearly got into a physical altercation. Whether Cardi B herself was throwing hands or not sure. But those girls got jumped for sure because Cardi B don't fuck with them for one reason or not. I also heard that there's a chance it has nothing to do with Offset and that she actually just hates the bitches because it's just New York street beef.
Okay.
But I don't believe that. I think that it really does have something to do with this nigga because even he was putting a whole bunch of Instagram misspelled nigga shit on whatever.
Oh my God.
Nicki Minaj has since liked several of the sisters' photographs.
Oh, of course.
Leading to Cardi posting a video about bitches that link up when they hate the same person.
Oh, y'all are so childish. This is so middle school. This is so middle school.
But Cardi, sis.
I mean, I could respect it if you just didn't like them bitches. Y'all used to strip together and they stole your tips or whatever.
Happens all the time.
I could respect that. But behind a nigga who has fucked lots of girls,
it seems like it wouldn't have just been them.
Going through all this for what? You have all this money, you're so famous. I just can't understand why you would stoop to the level of actually going to physically fight somebody when it's your man's fault that he cheats. That's not.
It doesn't matter how high a bird flies.
I just don't.
It's still a bird. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, you just gave birth. What are you doing?
Past all of that, sis. I know you still hood and you still want to fight bitches, and I respect that.
Me too.
I do not have an issue with that.
Right.
But what you're also going to have to deal with is the truth. Here are two truths I want you to deal with immediately.
Yes, come on with
Truth number one, you got a lot of money now. You're a celebrity. You don't even have to put hands on anybody for them to sue you behind it.
Yep.
Whether they get money or not, I'm assuming you don't want to have to go through litigation with no motherfucking body that you just wanted to get there. You wanted to.
You're going to have to pay your lawyer to review the lawsuit anyway.
So why?
Right.
You know, like, it's just certain things you're going to have to ask yourself, is it worth the money? Is it worth the time? Is it worth the energy? For someone like a Cardi B, maybe the answer to that will always be no. I mean, yes, but...
You meant yes.
I meant yes. But the answer should be no, because you're a mama now, and you got money, and you literally have things to lose. That's truth one. Truth two, your nigga's cheating on you a lot. Yeah, so,
facts.
You had the baby now. Your vagina has healed. You know what I'm saying?
We've heard.
You've more than
good
once.
God. We get it, girl.
And you're out here doing your thing and prospering again. You know, sans fetus thing.
Right.
Now we can deal with whether or not you actually need to be with this nigga. You know, it's fine. It is not too early or too late to tell Offset to set off. Like,
I like that.
You may leave this nigga.
True.
You are not. I mean, I guess they're both quality control, so they're going to be working closely together regardless. Or be around them or whatever, affiliated.
Right.
But you don't need Amigos affiliation or an Offset. Like, that's not really what made you successful or popular in the first place.
Right.
Like, you did well because people like you. Lots of people like that you're dating this nigga from Amigos too, I guess, whatever. But you can leave this nigga and take your money, much like a Beyonce did with her much richer, much more famous, much more established man. And told him, not only will I leave you, I will be so fine. My baby will be more than fine.
Yeah.
And I can get to whoever the fuck I want.
And you will be sick thinking about it.
You will die.
You will be sick thinking about the nigga that blew Ivy called stepdaddy. You're going to be nauseated. And I'm going to be gleeful.
So just don't be afraid to step into that light, Belle Khalees.
I mean, because listen, girl, if the nigga won't straighten up, it's just like, how much of this are you really willing to put up with? Like, and really, it's none of my business. I don't care regardless.
I mean, hey.
I just don't understand why the rest of us have to be part of this as well. That's what I don't get. Y'all could handle all this privately off of Instagram.
At the club, sis.
You beating bitches' asses with witnesses? What? See, you too deep in your feelings. You're not thinking smart about this shit. And Nikki, girl, it don't matter who you link up with. It will not get you a number one. You still are number two. Did you see her on Ellen talking about how she wanted to punch Travis Scott in the face?
Here's my thing with Onika, right? What's frustrating, not even frustrating because I don't care enough anymore, but what's annoying is how she keeps blatantly lying about things that aren't necessary to lie about. Like, stop trying to convince people that you're not upset about this Travis Scott thing. Because
you said you wanted to punch him. Ellen was like, punching sounds like anger. like you're denying being angry, but you said what you were really feeling was that you wanted to punch him. Like,
you went on to your brand new radio show and called this nigga the whole nigga of the week, yelling and setting off audio cues of bomb sound effects and rocket launchers and flamethrowers and shit, hollering about Harriet Tubman. You sounded upset. And it's okay. Like,
it is.
It's perfectly okay to be like, my nigga, I wanted the number one album and I didn't get the number one album because of something I feel like is not fair. But, like, what? Who's going to be like, you're bugging? I mean, people are still going to say that regardless, you know what I'm saying? But, like, that's not something unreasonable to be upset about. But why are you trying to convince us that you aren't when you
keep acting like you are? You can't just say
weird.
You're not and be like, I don't know why y'all believe that I am. Like, bitch, look at your actions.
Just like when somebody, I don't know if it was a bar, but somebody asked her, would you be able to put her differences aside with other women in rap and come together to do like a new ladies' night? Which honestly, we can just dead that whole conversation.
Let's not do it.
The last ladies' night, the first and only ladies' night, is still a great song.
Yep.
I still love it when it comes on wherever I'm at. I don't even need a new one. To be honest with you, it would never even live up at this point.
I don't need it.
It's fine
No, thank you.
We good. So we can just stop that. But either way, she said that there isn't anyone she doesn't like. These girls don't like her. Girl, you don't like Cardi B. You do not like Remy Ma. It's okay.
Right.
And we could just start there. You know what I'm saying? You told DJ Self, look at his roster. And I mean, look at it. But at the same time, what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to convince us? Like, it's like she thinks we're stupid.
Right. Like, the Barbs and the Carbs all have reasons to be upset with their faves this week. Both of y'all's faves are out here just cutting the fuck up. I don't know where I first heard that.
Oh, God.
But it just applies.
It really does.
You think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a fucking nice fucking dress on?
Like,
bitch, do you hear the energy behind your words? Like, are we really supposed to believe you're unbothered and not pressed? All right, sis. You're on Ellen's show right now getting upset at Travis Scott for bundling albums with merch. Like, that is not something.
Furthermore.
Okay, anyway.
I don't want to hear anything else about Travis Scott getting points towards album sales for selling things that aren't an album. When you more than twice referenced passing Aretha Franklin on the charts.
Woo!
Okay, Aretha Franklin, who has been selling out all of the things long before you were thought about.
Period.
Okay, and when people had to get up off of their ass and leave the house and pay for an album, take it home and play it on another machine.
It wasn't no streaming. If you wanted to go see that bitch, you had to take your ass to the show, and that was it.
You had to take your ass to the place to buy a ticket.
Wasn't no title, right? You couldn't even buy the tickets at home. You had to go down to the box office when it opened. Girl,
so I don't want to hear anything else. You make, and not only
that,
you and
your features acting like you had anything on Aretha Franklin.
These 16-year-olds, to even in Aretha Franklin's death, talk about you passing her,
girl. Bye,
and all of this other shit. When streams aren't like, I don't have to buy your album for it to count as an album sale anymore. So
even the free streams, even though they only count for like 1/16 of a stream, they still count. And if there's enough people who are on your free streams, your numbers will be higher. And again, I don't want to hear it when most of those entries are you as a feature. They're not even your songs. Womp, womp, womp. I don't care. Aretha Franklin's the queen, girl. You literally
and she doesn't even rap. So why are you even bring... Anyway.
Right. Why would you even... You know what? Just whatever win she can see, I guess. This isn't even about Nicki. Ugh. I'm over it.
Kanye West issued an apology to Drake on his Twitter account. He posted a photo of Drake's concert. Is this a scorpion on the stage? Or is this like... a video that's being projected.
I think the stage is like a bunch of screens and shit, because I saw something earlier that looked like a phone where they were just like scrolling through Instagram doing all the In My Feeling videos or some shit. So
girl,
I don't know. Yeah.
Kanye says, sending good energy and love to Drake and family and crew. I haven't seen the show in person, but the images look incredible online. I understand where the confusion started. Let me start by apologizing for stepping on your release date in the first place. We were building a bond and working on music together, including squashing the issues with Cudi at our office. When I put the dates up, I was a bit ramped up, doing 25 tweets a day. TMZ... I laughed at that part too. And I wasn't sure why I laughed, but I did. I'm really not even sure why that's funny to me, but...
Oh my God. The fact that being ramped up is measured in the number of tweets you send every day. What?
How do you even know? Like, how do you have the time to know
the
that?
Number of times I tweet is dependent on like what all I have to do and how high I am.
Same.
What?
TMZ happens shortly after.
Woo.
I have to hop on the plane now. We'll type more when I land. Plane taxiing for takeoff because we spoke about doing a Live Yourself together. I should have given you the opportunity for us to do this together before I released it. Since we were building as friends and brothers, I should have spoken to Pusha about the Quentin Miller bar. There should have been no songs with my involvement that had any negative energy towards you. I never listened to either diss track that followed, but I did hear quotes from both songs after they were released. I did not have any conversations about your child with Pusha. I don't play with the idea of people's children after I spoke to Wiz a few years earlier. I understand Pusha's issues as a man. If someone mentions your fiance, men go mask off. I've done that the same myself at times. I love you and I love Pusha, and we all have an admiration for each other's craft. This is all Jedi level. I will be coming to your show in the next 7 days to give love and be inspired by the art you created. Meanwhile, Drake was spotted shooting a video with French Montana, and I can't tell who this other rapper is. And when she has a line that says, "I told her don't wear no 350s around me," referencing Kanye West's sneakers. There are also threads now leading to a rumor that Drake slept with Kim Kardashian. Now, I saw this on Twitter a few days ago, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't think of this sooner.
Oh, yes, credible. I mean, it sounds real.
It just...
You don't have to do too much arm twisting with me.
Someone named Tyler Morrison posted a thread that I saw on Twitter, and it referenced a bunch of Drake's verses, lines from new songs from his album, and features, and the fact that they live so close together, and all of these things that do make it sound possible that Drake may have slept with Kim Kardashian.
I mean, I just would not be shocked.
I didn't really need any of it.
I don't need any evidence.
Like, I read the very beginning of the thread. It says, Drake's been telling us for months now he slept with Kim K, yet we just haven't been listening. And I was like, oh, yeah. Like, I was just like,
of course he did.
Okay.
Sure he did.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it also explains why Jay Prince was like, I told him not to put that song out because people have families and we don't want to ruin people's lives and careers and blah, 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 blah. So it just makes sense to me.
So that's what Drake was going to do.
It just, because I remember when he said that, I was like, well, what the fuck does he know about a murder? Does he know like where bodies are? Like, what could he have said?
I don't understand why it would be so bad for this to get out anyway.
Because I don't feel like he slept with her while she was married.
Well, I mean,
I don't put anything past anybody,
I feel like it's a toss-up either way. Right.
But, it just does make a lot of sense that Drake, Kim Kardashian fucked Ray J.
Sex is Kim Kardashian's brand. So I just feel like most people would be like, okay, yeah, I figured that. Seems like just a thing for black guys.
And honestly, it's less judgment and more jealousy.
Really, truly, because, well, it depends on whether he had this new chest and everything when they fucked it.
Oh, yeah.
Because after he got that chest and that face filled out and the beard came in,
woo!
Shit.
My God.
Now, she might have been a dumb bitch if she did it before that, but...
But
I feel like when was she single in the past? Like, I don't know.
Oh, that's true, too.
She married that one. And then they broke up after like a couple months, and then I don't remember when Kanye started.
Yeah, I feel like she's almost always in I can't think of the last time she's not been in a relationship.
Well, if that's what he was going to talk about, then I guess I can see why Jay Prince got involved and was like, "Chill, and let's not make it any worse." And
here we are talking about it anyway.
It explains this apology as well, because I can't too many times recall Kanye doing nothing like this.
Well, Kim Kardashian left a comment on the Shade Room and said it never happened. End of story. I don't believe you, but that's what we're going with. I don't know.
I mean, she swears her ass is real too. So
if I was Kim Kardashian, I'd sleep with Drake. If I was Drake, I'd sleep with Kim Kardashian. So
if I was Drake, I probably would do something dumb like sleep with Kim Kardashian. But if I was Kim Kardashian, I'd definitely fuck Drake.
Absolutely.
So I just can't blame her. Yeah, what?
They literally live like inches away from each other.
I mean, I'm sure Kanye is cheating.
And Drake has a grotto.
I don't want to say sure, but Kanye has probably cheated on her.
I'm putting nothing past no niggas.
That's just it right there. So you would kind of be dumb. Like, you just gonna have to understand that if Drake come around, I'm fucking.
If that nigga like a picture, I'm going over to his house.
Don't let Drake follow me on Instagram, boy. What relationship?
Drake has a grotto.
Stud who?
So I packed a night bag.
Bye, bitch.
I packed an overnight bag. I'll be down the street.
I'm getting on the first thing smoking.
Well, interesting to see how this all develops. Also interesting that Drake seems to be much more angry with Kanye than he is with Pusha T. Although Pusha T talked about his mama and his daddy and his hair and his baby and his child.
That's true.
Mama.
He did do all that.
But here we are. Anyway.
I wonder why that is. Well, I don't know.
Because he didn't like the fact that Drake said his fiance's, I think now wife's name on his song.
Well, yeah.
And that was just the straw that broke the braided camel's back.
Yeah, I'm not really upset at any of that. I'm trying to figure out why Drake has all this energy for Kanye and don't really care about Pusha. Right. Maybe he feels like Kanye is really the root of the problem anyway.
Well, the rumor is that Kanye is the one who played Pusha that song, March 14th, from Drake's album, And so that is how
got it.
He heard about the child, not baller alert, but inside information in the studio with Kanye. And that's, I guess, how he also found out about the Adidas campaign and all that other shit. So I guess it would explain why he's more pissed with Kanye, but I would be throwing shots at everybody, to be honest with you. You talked about my mama.
He kind of said it. He kind of asked for it when he said that man's fiance's name on that song.
Mm.
So I think I would be more mad at Kanye too. I would be like, this didn't happen without you.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe he would have found out anyway eventually. Because like I said, if I knew, it was not a secret. So that's just it. It was not a very well kept secret.
If I knew,
it was not a secret.
Just wasn't a secret.
Sorry, girl. So I just feel like, Pusha T was probably gonna find out about that baby anyway. But the rest of it and all that, yeah, this is Kanye's fault. So, all right. Another apology that I probably think is fake and still not listening to because I still am not fucking with him behind that Trump shit.
I'm done. Like, yeah, I'm not interested in the slightest. And, good luck with whatever this. I hate Char. I'm sorry. I have to show you this gift that this bitch just posted. Anyways, that's it for Hot Topics. Ready, bottom one. We will be right back. Hey y'all, this week's episode is being brought to you by Blue Apron. Blue Apron's mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. Make dinner in as little as 20 minutes with quick and easy recipe options and perfectly portioned ingredients delivered right to your door in a nifty little box. No meal planning or shopping is ever required. Back to school has never been easier than right now. Lord knows I've already been seeing plenty of you moms, packing these little ones up and sending them off to school with glee. And I just you have my love. And this month, you can take advantage of Blue Apron's exciting September partnerships with chef-designed Bob's Burgers inspired and Whole30 approved recipes, which I'm excited about because you know that the Belcher fam is clean.
They are so fun. The best thing about Blue Apron is that they just take all the guesswork out of it.
Right.
They put together recipes that maybe you haven't been cooking all your life, so you get to try something new. Everything is perfectly portioned and it shows up. It's just so easy. And then you've learned how to cook something new. It's like something new that you have in your repertoire or whatever. Right. I talk all the time about how I got salmon one time in Blue Apron and now I buy that shit
oh my gosh, right.
I love it so much. You can check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free at blueapron.com/theread. That's BLUEAPRON.com/TheREAD to get your first 3 meals free. Blue Apron is just a better way to cook, so try it out. And let's get back to the show.
Okay, we're back. It's time for our listener letters.
Yes, send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. We have an update from...
Love those.
The young lady who... the girl who wrote in and said that she has been dating her man for a few years, and when his ex or whatever popped up with a baby, he asked if it was his and she said no.
Yes, I need to hear where this went.
So she said, thank you for reading the letter. It helped me take a rational approach to the issue, and y'all were right. My fiance was more upset at the situation, so much so that he needed to talk to a therapist to sort out his emotions.
See?
Shout out to your sponsor, Talkspace, because we use the service to have him speak with a therapist.
Amen.
Good for y'all.
That's what I'm talking about.
We live in a different state than the potential child and mother, so waiting for the results felt like an eternity. After all this, the DNA determined he is not the father.
Of course he's fucking not.
She thanked him for being cooperative and willing to sort this out amicably. He was more than nice to her throughout the exchanges, so his response
she really want to fight this man.
You're welcome. Good luck. And then he hit her with the block button.
Good. Someone said, I saw in a comment, someone was like, odds are she was somewhere with the real daddy, or she believed to be the real daddy. God. And then somehow decided that she didn't want that nigga to be the daddy no more.
And was like, I can find another one.
Hey, so it actually was yours. Girl, stop playing with people.
Oh, man. I appreciate the advice given and for helping us navigate not only my feelings, but ultimately connecting us to a therapist option we otherwise would not know of. Peace and love to you both. Thanks. I believe her name was Shay. Well, Shay girl, I'm glad that it turned out this way. It really sounds like that bitch was just mad on Facebook when she saw he was engaged and decided to start some shit. But
all's well that ends.
I'm glad y'all handled that in a healthy way because it really could. I understand, girl.
So easily could have been something.
But I'm just so glad. All right, our first letter this week.
Oh my God, is American Horror Story tonight?
What is it?
I think so.
Let me know so I can log into this app and set my TV. Oh, man.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
All right. First question comes from Brianna. She said, recently my boyfriend Mike and I moved in together. Everything has been great so far except one small detail. Lately I've been resenting him and I think it's because of his financial status. Well, I know it is.
I love that she wrote that. She didn't even hit backspace or delete.
Right. She didn't even change the sentence. She just said, yeah, bitch, it is. In my previous relationship, anytime I asked for or needed something, I had it with no issue, and they weren't the smallest of purchases. I can't remember the last time I got my hair and nails done or something bought for me, and it's driving me crazy. For example, the other day I was doing my own sew-in because I'm tired of looking raggedy. He called me on his break, and I told him I was irritated because I can't do my hair, and I shouldn't be struggling to do so. When I really wanted to say I'm pissed off because my boyfriend can't pay for me to get my hair done.
Oh, God.
This nigga told me, well, maybe we should get a cheaper place next time so you can pay for your hair. Now, I know I shouldn't be mad at that, but I was pissed. To be completely honest, I don't even want anything. I just want the offer to help and the thought that he cares. I truly feel like he's just not in the place to help right now, but in waiting for him, I'm being impatient. Our anniversary is coming up, and I'm scared I won't get anything at all. I asked a friend what he thinks I should do, and he basically told me to bring it up or suffer in silence. I never want to offend my boyfriend or make him feel less than, and I know bringing it up is going to do that, so it has to be another way. Please help, Brianna.
Brianna.
Bless her heart.
Girl, like, sounds like you know exactly what you want. And it sounds like you also know you said that you know that he's just not in a position to provide this for you. Like, it would be one thing if you're saying, like, he's more than capable to pay for my sewing or pay for my nails or buy me a dress or take me shopping, whatever.
Right.
But it seems like you're saying that he knows that he can't. So why would he be like, oh, yeah, girl, I'll pay for your hair if he knows he can't and you know he can't?
Right. And hair's expensive.
Like, him saying maybe we'll find a cheaper place is the option he brought up because that's
what he's working with.
The best option. You know what I'm saying?
You've been knowing he was broke. He's been broke. So
either love that nigga in his brokenness or leave him the fuck alone. Like, you know, what are all of the reasons that I don't know. Like, it's one thing if it's like, okay, look, this nigga living in my house, my name on the lease, and he's eating my Fruit Loops, and he don't work, and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You know, if he's making an honest effort, if he's working, you know what I'm saying, if he's a good dude, he don't treat you, if this is like the biggest complaint that you have about this nigga,
right,
then I personally feel like you kind of need to get out of your feelings. Maybe the nicest way that you could say something to him is just like, I wish that we could, like, go out more, or you know, I wish that, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I really don't, because I've never thought like this. I don't want a nigga to buy me shit. I mean, you can, but please know that you don't need me. I don't really, I can buy whatever I want.
really don't need, because my first thought reading this was, well, maybe you should just be paying for your own hair and nails. Like, I did not think that was a boyfriend's responsibility to pay for. I have never been under that impression.
I mean, you know, I was co-parented by Trina, so I understand, you know, the desire and the way of life, the lifestyle of having niggas do those things for you. And trust me, I feel like if you can get them niggas to do it, absolutely.
Right.
Couple of niggas to fund your hair.
True.
But, you know, if you're with a guy, you're in a relationship, you love this guy, and he just can't pay for you to get your hair done, first thing I feel like, get out your feelings and pay for your own hair. Or do the best you can with what you got.
Right.
Like, you gonna break up with this nigga because he can't get... I mean, you can. You know what I'm saying?
You can break up with him because he's broke, but, like, I just feel like you've been knowing that.
Right. Like, I would do that before I go to him and be like, you're poor, and I want my nails done. Help. Like, what?
Right. Like you said, you don't really want anything, you just want him to offer, but if you don't have it, why would he offer?
Right. Like, what the fuck? fuck?
I'm not gonna offer to pay for something that I cannot afford. Like, girl, I cannot afford your sewing.
If this thing was to be like, oh yeah, babe, I'll pay for it, and then couldn't, you would still be writing us a letter. Like, what are you talking about?
Girl, I mean, I don't, maybe because, like, in my family, we wasn't a big hair and nails and all, we just did not really do a whole lot of that in retrospect. So maybe that's why this has never been, like, a big deal to me. But I just can't understand being so upset with somebody over, like, not paying for these beauty treatments.
Neither, honestly.
I mean, I feel like he doesn't think you're ugly with your real hair, and he doesn't think you're ugly with your real nails.
Right? Doesn't sound like it. And again, you've said that you feel, or you've at least implied that you feel like if he could, he would, because he just is not in the position right now to be able to do that. So encourage that man. You know what I'm saying, and motivate him. Both of y'all work your asses off and go on the journey with him to where he can buy you all the fucking hair you want from whatever country. Like,
yes, as much as I love to encourage y'all to leave these niggas, I feel like this is just a good man who has a regular job or a low-paying job and can't do a bunch of extra, and that's like, just real. So if it's gonna bother you that much and you just absolutely must have a nigga who's paying your bills, then you know what to do. But
you should just be grateful if he can line his own shit up. Because I know I can't cut my hair, bro.
If I,
so, like, girl, if that nigga's got a nice lineup, a good tape.
I can't thread my own eyebrows. I cannot do that. It hurts a lot, and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and you don't have to bring it up. I know what you're laughing at, and you do not have to bring it up.
I'm not saying anything.
You do not. Wow, really? You gonna bring it up for real? You're bringing it up with your laughter. You don't have to do this. We're moving on.
Right. Good luck, sis.
We're moving on. Our next question comes from...
This rosé is not good.
It's not?
No, it's too
We should have known when it had a screw top.
We did. The palm.
All right. Anyway, sorry. New question coming from... Here's one from a gay man. His name is... Caliuchis. Caliuchis says, a little over a year ago, I went to a bar in New York for a drink after work. As I was waiting for it, this guy approached me and started a conversation. He's sexy as hell and physically my type in every way, but he was very feminine, and I am not into femme guys. Plus, I am a bottom, so I assumed he was a bottom as well.
See, that's great. Okay.
But he was so charming and smooth with his words that we ended up talking for hours. When I realized how late it was, I had to be at work at 6:30. I told him I had to leave. He asked me for my number, and we exchanged them. We spoke every day via text and on the phone. Then he asked me to come over to his place to watch a movie. Sure he did. Yeah. So I told him sure. As we were watching the movie, he put his arms around me. I was confused, but I went with the flow. Some time passed, and I felt him looking at me, so I turned to him, and he was just smiling. For some reason,
kind of scary.
Yeah, like a clown. Like I turned and he had a permanent grin frozen on his face. Why are we like this? Like a murderous smile.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's what I thought of.
Too much idea.
It sounds like a suspense thriller.
I started to blush hard, and then we kissed passionately.
Oh, girl.
I stopped him and said, look, but before I could finish, he interrupted me and said, don't tell me you're a top. I always end up with tops. So I sat back and looked at him like, nigga, what? Turns out this nigga is not a bottom. Instead, he is a top, a strict top to be exact. I was so confused because I didn't know femme tops existed. Girl. Anyway, we had sex. And when I say he had
me... so anyway, we fucked.
When I say he had me screaming, he had me legit screaming. I'm surprised the neighbors didn't call the police.
I'm sure.
This nigga went from, yes, child, your face is beat for the gods, to nigga, shut the fuck up and take this dick.
Oh, wow. Y'all are just so
Get
graphic.
you a man that can do both.
That was just a lot.
Following that night, we hung out a lot, had sex a lot, went out to eat, to the movies, etc. Before I knew it, we were in a relationship.
Right.
And it has been perfect so far. However, he has been asking to meet my friends. They know I'm in a relationship, and I tell them about him.
Oh, boy.
But they don't know that he's femme. I want to introduce him to my friends, but they are kind of anti-femme, and I don't want to throw away over 11 years of friendship by beating their asses. However, I feel like I'm living separate lives, and my birthday is coming up, and I want to celebrate it with my friends and my boyfriend. What should I do? How would y'all handle this? Sincerely, Caliuchis. You did that.
I forgot. How long have you been dating this nigga? Your friends don't know anything.
Well, he says he met a little over a year ago, so maybe for the better part of a year.
Yeah. Look.
Well.
What I want to say to you is going to sound very, I don't know, Babysitter's Club, like after school special, but I like truly believe this. If your friends have a problem with somebody that is treating you well, that you have, strong feelings for, that you enjoy your boyfriend, if their issue with that nigga is that he's feminine and like that's like a sincere issue for them niggas, then I wouldn't want to be friends with them. Like, your friends are supposed to be looking out for things like he's a scammer, or
right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's married.
Like, he's married, or he's on the run from the law.
You never know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that.
Yes.
He's a serial cheater.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Things
Eyes
like
open.
that.
Lying. Just a liar. Right.
That is the stuff they're supposed to be like, hey sis,
Yes.
so about this.
Right.
Much like Paris Phillips taking Tia Marie over to Akbar's fake house and almost getting jumped.
Wow.
That was so...
The fact that you
Anyways.
turned this into a Love and Hip Hop.
I really wanted to bring it up. I didn't know where I would plug it, but I wanted to... Why does she want to fight Tia Marie?
I don't know. So many people on this show, I'm just like, well, why are you here again? What are you doing?
And why did they put them in that house with no air conditioning? They look so hot. Anyway.
A lot of houses in LA don't have air conditioning.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why?
Because I feel like most people feel like the temperature there is pretty moderate year round, so you wouldn't need a bunch of AC. Yeah. However, I
okay, thanks.
am a devoted follower of air conditioning.
Yes.
Walk with me every day.
So,
people frequently ask me, can we cut it down? It is cold in your house. Like, I know. I like it this way.
I love it.
I love Arctic cold when it's hot outside. Anyway.
So, yeah, I just feel like this is something that it's a bridge you're gonna have to cross at one point or the next. You know what I'm saying? He wants to meet these niggas. If they know you have a boyfriend, they're probably interested in meeting him as well. I mean, unless they're anything like me, because you could just tell me about the nigga and we could be done right there. You really ain't even gotta tell me about him if you don't want to. But like, I'm never like in a rush to meet my friends' significant others.
No,
not at all. And honestly, you could be femme, masculine. You could have 3 eyes on your face, and honestly, you're gonna get the same treatment from me. Like, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, girl," and that might be the extent of it. Doesn't mean I don't like you. It just means I'm not interested in building anything with you, because that gets complicated. Anyway, I don't know why I've gone around the world twice with this. But yeah, like, your friends should not have an issue with this. I mean, if you want, obviously you can have a chat with them first if it's that serious and be like, so, hey, my boyfriend wants to meet you guys and I'd really love for you to meet him. Just so you know, here's the thing.
Right.
It was a thing for me too at the beginning, but I'm quite happy. I'm satisfied, and I really don't want to have to bust any of y'all in the fucking mouth. So we're cool. You're cool. Great.
Right.
Like, just have a talk with them. But like, your real friends, that shouldn't be an issue with them at all. And like, are you a new gay? Like, some people like reach I'm out here gay at different parts in their lives. Because like, femme niggas be tearing it down out here. Don't judge a book by the cover or a magazine.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you didn't know, Caliuchis, to expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
But it happened for you. I really think the key to this is how your friends react. Like, if you say to them, look, don't be a dick, I really like this nigga, then they should just respect that regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially because their reason is just dumb.
It's
like, you
dumb.
just don't like femme niggas. That is annoying anyway. Like, that would be a whole nother conversation. Like, why are y'all like this? But y'all probably don't want to have them kind of challenging conversations with each other.
Especially if they're already gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, completely get and understand this infatuation that we have with Trey. I do. I get it. But like, you have to get to a certain place in your life at some point where you let go of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's just okay. Yeah. Right. Femphobia is an issue for me, especially when it comes from our own people. You know, like, you're allowed to date whoever you want. Mm-hmm. You're allowed to have your own preferences. And I think it's actually really dope, and it's a good thing that you were able to meet this guy and see past that, and so much so that you're now in a relationship with him.
When he busted your back. You changed your mind real quick about femme niggas when he told you to shut up. Can you feel it? He told you to shut up and take that dick.
Of course he did.
And you was like, oh, fuck.
So, you know what I'm saying? Your friends should not have an issue with this at all. They need to just be supportive. And if they're going to make it an issue, I wouldn't want to be their friend anyway.
Right. That's really it.
That's it.
Okay. This letter comes from Hillary. She says, I'm a grown woman in my mid-30s, single with no kids, and I recently got a kick in the ass to start living my best fucking life. I decided to live the life that half these people on social media are only pretending to live.
Oh, girl.
Well, damn. Why shots fired, girl? Goddamn. With this new mindset, I decided to focus on what makes me happy and make decisions based off what makes me happy in the moment. That's where the fuckery comes in. Last year, I attended a concert of my all-time favorite R&B artist. I was chosen out of the crowd to go on stage and watch while he performed. And after the show, I was invited.
Why you gotta guess who it is?
Why she at no point does she say who it is.
Okay.
But she's grown, so it could not have been R. Kelly. After the show, I was invited to an after party where I ended up exchanging numbers with this R&B legend. Soon after that, he flew me out to one of his shows and we hooked up. I feel like it's Trey Songz.
Oh, that's why she's not saying anything.
Now, once again, I'm a woman in my mid-30s. In no way, shape, or form did I believe this would grow to any type of meaningful relationship, especially since this man is known for having an array of women on his dick.
That's what you gotta do. Now I think it's Trey Songz, too.
For sure, for him, I'm sure it was just a random groupie hookup. For me, it was about hooking up with my lifelong celebrity crush and having a great story to tell my friends.
That's right.
Nothing more. I continued to go to his shows and befriended many of the people who work for him. One man sparked my interest, and he made it known he was interested in me. His name is Trevor. I was upfront with Trevor and told him that I was sexually involved with his boss, but obviously it's nothing serious. Trevor was unbothered, of course, and still wanted to get to know me. Over the course of a year, he and I would occasionally talk on the phone and see each other at shows, and it was obvious that our chemistry and compatibility was off the charts. We kept things casual. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago. The R&B artist went back on tour. Is Trey Songz on tour?
Jeremiah ain't on tour.
Okay. Ooh, Jeremiah. Oh, damn.
Well, he's not on tour.
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't
right.
Jeremiah.
No, it couldn't have been. Anyway.
I don't know if Trey Songz is on tour.
The R&B artist went back on tour, and Trevor invited me to fly out to one of his shows and then hang out with him after the show. I told him I didn't have the money to be paying for a flight, hotel, and tickets, and he said as long as I could cover my flight, I could stay in his hotel room, and he would get me into the show.
Oh.
3 hours before my flight, he called to say that he couldn't get me into the hotel room until after the show, which would leave me stranded for over 8 hours. I put on my big girl panties and did what any other grown woman would do, which was booked my own hotel room. Mm-hmm. After the show, I was invited to the after party by the R&B singer, but Trevor made it clear that he wasn't going to the party since he had an early flight. At this point, I had a choice.
Yeah, you did.
I could either go to the after party or I could go back to Trevor's room for a marathon fuck fest. I chose the after party, and I feel like the moment Trevor reneged on the hotel and I had to come out of pocket, that gave me the freedom to choose to do whatever I wanted for the night.
I agree.
This nigga met me knowing that I was involved with the artist, so after I was berated via text message, he proceeded to tell me that I made my choice and I'm a fucked up person because the intent of the trip was for us to hang out. He then pulled a bitch move and blocked me on social media, so I can only assume he wants nothing to do with me anymore. I don't feel like I did anything wrong since I'm not in a relationship with either of these niggas. What do you think? Was it fucked up of me to choose the after party? Do I say anything to Trevor when I see him at the show next week? Signed, whatever name you made. Oh, Hillary, because you called him Trevor.
Oh, it literally took me the whole fucking time. Like, I didn't get it. And I thought of Hillary Banks when you said Hillary, too.
Yeah, that's who it was. That's who it was.
Okay.
Well. You're having a lot more fun than I am.
Look.
Girl, I'm jealous.
I'm just green with envy.
I wish I was fucking my fave on a regular basis.
Just like, not only fucked, but was like invited to hang out.
Yeah.
Again, some more.
And I'm sure you were invited for more dick. But still, like, wow.
That's great. Like,
yes.
You already walked into it with the right state of mind, which is that I got the dick. You know, I can take this to Shady Pines with me. But you still hanging out like you're a winner. I understand why Trevor is upset.
You do?
I do. Because unlike the R&B singer Bryson Tiller? No, I think Bryson Tiller.
Ooh, maybe it is. Well, no, she said all-time favorite. Is Bryson Tiller anybody all-time favorite?
I mean, he could be.
I mean, you're right. But she's in her mid-30s. He probably not.
I think there's people in their mid-30s.
Okay, she also called him a legend.
Oh, okay, no.
So, no. Legend. Well, hell.
Well, just like Smokey Robinson.
That's what I'm like, legend. It ain't nobody young.
Right, I'm trying to think about legendary.
Is it Usher? Is Usher on tour?
God, I hope not. I don't think so.
Maybe.
Usher got bigger fish to fry.
Oh, right. I forgot about Usher's little situation. Okay. Well, I don't know who it is.
The Weeknd. No, The Weeknd, like white girl.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him R&B either.
That's also true.
Damn. Let me see.
Ty Dolla $ign.
He's a singer.
I think he sings more than... But that was the first... I asked that question once. I thought he was a rapper. He sings a lot.
I think Trey Songz is.
Oh, but Ty Dolla $ign ain't no damn legend.
Right, he ain't. Why are we... Okay, well, Ticketmaster don't have nothing for him. Okay, I don't know who it is. But anyway, so you think that she was wrong for playing Trevor? I didn't say
that she was wrong. Okay. I said I understand why Trevor is upset.
Okay, gotcha.
And I understand that because it seems like you actually were building I don't want to say relationship, it sounds so serious, but you were building a camaraderie with this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all were talking, you were becoming cool. And whereas it seems like with the celebrity, it was just more so based in sex and hanging out in public.
Right.
It seemed like this person like really liked you and you really liked him. So I can get why he is upset with you for going to this after. I mean, I'm sure he feels like, you know, you chose, he said,
right.
You know, that you chose this other nigga. But I think that it has more to do with you just not spending time with him. Just the way that you're framing it, it seems like you were closer to this guy.
True. They talked on a regular basis
than this other person. So he is probably expecting, right. He's probably expecting that go to a party or hang out with me. You better choose me. Like, I just get why he's salty about it. But I'm not saying that you chose the wrong thing because as she says in her letter, she's single. She's not tied up with either one. Doesn't sound like she's interested.
I keep fucking with this chair.
It's the chair's fault. It doesn't sound like she's particularly interested in being serious with either one of them. So she has every right to do whatever the fuck she wants to. But I understand why he's mad. I mean, if you feel an apology in your system, you could, when you see him again, be like, oh, I'm so sorry I hurt your widow feelings.
I mean, so... My thing is, you pay for your own flight, and ultimately, you ended up paying for your own hotel room.
1,000%.
So, Trevor, I mean, I guess I do see why he would be, you know, hurt feelings or upset by this, but I can't find any blame to put on you. I just can't.
I don't.
Because you even said that you and Trevor kept things super casual, and y'all would talk occasionally and saw each other at shows, but like, you know, you wasn't building a relationship here.
Right.
Like, this was just a dick for you on both sides. So,
but it seems like more personal. Like, you had a more personal interaction with Trevor.
Right. That's true.
But you don't owe Trevor anything.
Right.
You're allowed to do what the fuck you want to do. And yes, like you just said, and she said, you paid your way.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the only thing that's really working against you is that, like, you only went to that show because he invited you.
Yeah.
So it is kind of fucked up that you was like, all right, well, I would rather go fuck the famous nigga than you. But, I mean, also within your rights to fuck whoever you want to.
Yeah,
so I just can't find anything wrong. I'm actually just hoping some of your energy and juju rubs off on me because I need this kind of energy in my life. Like, a lot. I really do.
I keep secrets too, guys. I won't even tell these niggas.
And I will sign an NDA.
I will absolutely.
So let's just do whatever we need to do.
Prick my finger.
All right. I think that's going to wrap up the questions for this week. Send yours to asktheread@gmail.com and we'll be back.
Hey guys, when you're selling things online, getting those orders out of the door quickly can be tough. It can be aggravating. It can make you want to pull out your eyelashes. So that is why you need ShipStation.com, the fast and easy way to manage and ship your orders all from one place. ShipStation helps you get orders out quickly and keeps customers happy, whether you're using your own website or many of the popular selling channels like Shopify, Squarespace, Etsy, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, or over 75 others. ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface, making them easy to manage from any device, even your cell phone. You'll ship more in less time and with the best rates available. And ShipStation is also available in the UK, Australia, and Canada. That is why ShipStation is one of the most popular choices for online sellers. We know a lot of y'all be selling things and it's tough, so look them up.
Yes, it's so easy, and right now you can try ShipStation free for 30 days, plus you get a special bonus when you use our promo code READ, so don't wait. Go to ShipStation.com, click on the mic at the top of the homepage, and type in READ. That's ShipStation.com, mic at the top of the page, code READ. With ShipStation, you can make ship happen, so go make your dreams come true, and let's move on.
Today's episode is also being brought to you by ZipRecruiter. For all of you bosses out there, again, this is for you. Yes. There's only one place you need to visit to find the perfect hires for your business, and that is ZipRecruiter.com/theread. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter sends your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards and scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience to apply. As applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates, so you never miss a great match. I did see a comment from someone just the other day saying that they got a job in a day through ZipRecruiter.
Yes, and as bad bitches in the workplace, when you're hiring somebody, you don't have time to waste. You really want to get that done as soon as possible. And with ZipRecruiter, it is so effective that 80% of employers who post get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. So go ahead and streamline the entire process right now by going to ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/theread, ZipRecruiter.com/theread, ZipRecruiter.com/theread. It's the smartest way to hire. So go on over there and find a qualified candidate today. Now let's get back to the show.
Okay, so it's time for the read.
It is.
Wrap this up. I mean, where to begin? So many of y'all had to get cussed out.
Wow.
I'm just going to say,
I'm just going to have some water, because, yeah.
A very strong fuck you to Daily Mail, to Fox News, for posting these pictures of Jeffrey Owens working at Trader Joe's. Now, Karma, the woman who took the pictures, 50-year-old woman named Karma Lawrence.
Her name is Karma?
Yeah.
Help me, God.
You know that's been running off.
Wow.
She apologized, madam. I'm just going to say to you that you should be ashamed of yourself, but it seems that you are. So,
right.
You know, and she's a grown, do better. She's talking about how, oh, well, I just thought it was something that people do, and I don't know why I selected the picture. It's just, I loved the Cosby Show, and I thought Elvin was so goofy and funny.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know. I wanted to say something. And I already hate when people, sneak pictures of celebrities.
Right.
I hate it.
Yes.
But I struggled with, Karma, why these pictures left your phone or whatever device and made their way to these celebrity gossip magazines and tabloids and all this other stuff.
Right.
If you were just excited to see Elvin at Trader Joe's, why didn't you show your kids? Why didn't you show your sister or brother or best friend or
right.
If you, let's say, okay, you just had to take the picture. There was nothing you could do about it. You were possessed and you took the photo and now it's in your phone. Why then did you send it to people? I just have a hard time understanding how you didn't see what would come from that.
You took the picture because you thought it was something funny about that man having a job. You just have to accept that about yourself.
So, to anybody who took part in trying to shame this man or embarrass this man for working a regular job at Trader Joe's, fuck you. You should be ashamed of your fucking self. This is the thing that I find so strange about fame and celebrity, especially. People have no problem building you up and being, big fans for however long they see fit.
True.
And then just get overjoyed when the first moment arises to celebrate what they deem as a failure to you. This man is working a job because he has to take care of himself and a family.
Right.
And is in between acting gigs. This is like an industry-wide thing.
That's most actors. That's the overwhelming majority of actors.
Like, do you know how many people you've seen on TV and stuff like that are working at a diner or a bank or a clothing store or some shit like that? Like, and what the fuck is the issue with that? What's wrong with that? Do you know how many fucking delicious snacks are in Trader Joe's? Do you know how many
I just was in there today.
Do you know how many you racist ass MAGA bitches be over on 72nd Street in that Trader Joe's buying up all your goddamn lemons and shit, and your asparaguses and your cheesecake bites and shit like that. So who would be the one? They are phenomenal.
Yeah, nigga, you let them set out for a little bit because they have to thaw.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. But sometimes you just want one so bad you will know while it's frozen.
Fact.
Oh, those
what would you
good.
do if there was nobody in Trader Joe's to sell you that motherfucking
You need
shit?
Trader Joe's.
I don't understand, especially since a lot of you also work
regular ass jobs.
Like,
oh my god,
I just don't understand it. And another thing that really pisses me off is that white Americans, you MAGA bitches, you Fox News assholes, y'all be the first ones to try and label black people as lazy, looking for handouts. We want everybody to take care of them, and we always bringing up slavery as an excuse to not work and blah 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 and all of this shit. Here's this black man minding his own ass business, working in the register, clocking in, and going the fuck back home, and I just don't understand where the sense is. And I'm so happy to see that he, went on Good Morning America and all these other places and politely, eloquently read y'all,
Yes, he really did. He handled that so gracefully.
Tyler Perry then offered him a job on something on OWN. And at first I was like, well, why is he if he works at Trader Joe's, and we're trying to be hey girl, what's wrong with that?
Right.
Is it almost weird to be oh, get up out of Trader Joe's, bitch, don't work for me. Although I recognize that it's just being silly. And
let's just talk about a pay raise.
Right, no.
So
it was just something that passed through my mind and immediately left. But then I read he don't even work at the fucking Trader Joe's no more because of this.
Yeah.
So,
and I knew that was going to happen because people was going to start going to that Trader Joe's just to find him.
And right.
So thanks a lot, bitch. Wow. But I'd also heard him say that he doesn't want any mercy roles. He wants roles that he auditioned for and that he's good for.
That's what I'm saying.
He's just such a decent person. And I cannot believe. And she's a lesbian on top of that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I knew she was black and I think her wife is the head of security or whatever at that location. Of course she is, right? Fucking Dykes. Why are we such... Oh, God. Of course she is. But anyway, security guards be fine in their uniforms.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, you really got this man... not even got him fired, but you put him in a position to where he could not even go to work.
I just don't understand how you didn't see that coming.
That's so stank.
I just don't. It's so silly, and I hope it again humbles a lot of people and makes you think twice about what you do or how you approach people. If I were to have walked into Trader Joe's and seen Jeffrey Owens in there, I would have been excited. You know what I'm saying?
Me
just
too. It's I would have left him alone, but I would have been getting my life.
Okay. I would have immediately called y'all up or sent a text
yes.
and be like, do you know I saw Elvin at Trader Joe's? Oh my God. You probably wouldn't even have known that I was talking about him working there because I would have just said I seen Elvin at Trader Joe's.
No, I would have, because it's been you know what? Trader Joe's sounds like a logical step from a wilderness store. It sound like the sort of thing they would do.
True.
Elvin might, except if it was keeping with the show, he probably would be a franchise owner. But that's not the point. That's not the point.
It's not the fucking point. It's not. At all. It's just y'all will take any opportunity you can to try to embarrass or shame or villainize, demonize black people for just living normal, average, everyday lives, or asking for respect.
Yep.
And it's really tiresome.
Basics.
It's really dumb. It wasn't even okay, so this nigga work at Trader Joe's. Where's the story in there?
Right. A lot of people work at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is a great place.
I'm walking to Trader Joe's happy. And I leave happy.
If we want to shame people from the Cosby Show, I have a list of others.
The Cosby ain't dead yet?
You know what? I feel I thought the stress of the trial was going to...
that would have been a big headline.
Isn't he going to jail?
I would just die first.
Oh, I don't. I don't know. I know he was found guilty, but I don't know if he. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Somebody wrote serial rapist on his Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
Damn.
Well, can't really.
I mean, if you.
I think he's going to be sentenced. Oh, yeah. His sentencing is scheduled for September 24th. Well, we'll find out soon. Damn. Okay. Anyway, yes. Or if you wanted to talk about Raven-Symoné being from every country in Africa except one. That's something Fox News should have ran. Leave that man alone.
I just don't understand why this was a thing, and I'm so glad that so many people, really across race, whether they worked in entertainment or not, stood up and was like, you can actually shut the fuck up and leave Jeffrey Owens the fuck alone. He's doing what the fuck you're supposed to do as a grown-ass adult. He's working, he's making an honest living and an honest fucking wage, and what's the issue?
Right.
There were several actors who were like, oh girl, I was sweeping. Terry Crews said he was sweeping floors after he left the NFL. There's tons of people who were like, girl, yeah, I worked at Denny's.
Yes.
Yeah, I was flipping that burger patty.
Right.
I was doing that in the third after this big thing that I did or whatever before I got here. It's called living your motherfucking life. Viola Davis was like, less than 1% of actors make 50 grand or more a year.
There you go. That's some real shit right there.
So
they all that whole stereotype about actors being waiters, it didn't come out of nowhere.
Right.
People have jobs. What do you mean? Like, y'all really tried to shame him for having like legal money. It's like people would rather see you spiral out in the public eye and be drunk and acting an ass on the internet and signing up for any dumbass reality show just to embarrass yourself, just to say that you don't have a real job.
Right.
It's almost like people would rather you be trash in public instead of just taking care of your shit and being like everybody else. It's nothing wrong with having a job. If we stop doing the read and I'm just like regular as shit again, then guess what? I'm gonna go get a job. I'm just gonna go get a fucking job.
I had considered it a few times in my entire stay here in New York. Even the other day, I was like, you know what? I bet I could apply and just go sit my ass down. But that is because I'm very stressed.
Right. That's real.
Many times I've just been like, you know what? I miss having a nice desk.
There is a lot of pressure on the famous. It's true. There's a lot, when you level up and you just suddenly have all these new goals.
Anyway, so leave Jeffrey Owens alone. He's a literal teddy bear. Well, he's not a literal teddy bear.
He's adorable, though.
But he looks like a teddy bear to me, and he's just awesome and seems to have a really great heart. And I hope that
and a good head on his shoulders.
Anything,
yes,
the karma in this leads to him getting more roles, or at least being asked more to come in and audition and stuff like that. I would like to see more of Jeffrey Owens and things like that, just because of this, because y'all tried to embarrass that man and he refused to be embarrassed. He set up on GMA with his fucking pin on.
And I love that. I love that. That's really everything.
And what is the problem?
Nothing. There's nothing wrong with having a job.
The fuck? Like most people. Oh my God.
Like your own damn wife works at the Trader Joe's with him. People work.
If anybody should be pissed,
I don't understand. You live in the tri-state area. Oh yeah. Oh. Listen.
Oh my goodness. When I tell you,
she might be on strap punishment.
Jeffrey should have just took off his Trader Joe's apron and just handed it to the security guard.
My God.
This is yours.
Damn.
Give it to your wife.
It's your turn to bag this shit up now, bitch.
Leave that fucking man alone and stop trying to, shame people for making an honest living. You gotta do it. And honestly, it's better to be dipping fries into oil than to be sitting on your ass and expecting somebody to take care of you.
True.
So
trying to plot how much of your ass you're going to have to show on Instagram to pay your bills. Or you could just go to Trader Joe's and stock the fucking salmon. Some of us just want a routine in our lives. You go somewhere, you do a job, and you go home.
Just wanted some mango gummies. And,
I appreciate every person of color they hire in them Trader Joe's. I don't know what it is about Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, but they don't hire nobody that ain't black.
Oh my God. Right?
Every employee at them stores.
That is so true, especially at the register.
Yes, everybody. I'd be like, okay, y'all meant it about hiring people in the community. Cool. Great.
Well, shout out to Jeffrey and to Trader Joe's, and none for Karma, and none for Fox, or for...
Fuck Fox.
Or for the Daily Mail. Y'all are stupid. And that was stupid. And I hope you all feel like small insects. Well, the Karma seems like she feels bad, so I take that one back.
I mean, she should regret it, but like, damn, girl. People don't think.
I mean, yeah, she admitted she didn't think about it. You're not famous,
so you didn't think about going viral, and you didn't think about how many people would see that, and you just...
I just don't buy, like, oh my gosh, I didn't think that any of this would happen. Like, you sent it to, like, tabloids. Like, what did you think they were going to be like? Oh my gosh, then and now, Jeffrey Owens, still super cute.
Lord.
Just send him some love. Like, girl, please.
I'm not trying to work like shit. That. You knew it wasn't going to be positive. You probably just didn't know how big it was going to get.
Right. You didn't think it was going to be viral and this thing was going to be doing interviews and people are going to be like
everybody
harassing
looking
him.
At you like, wow, why are you such a bitch?
Furthermore, right. They were talking about, she was like, oh, they're drawing devil horns on me and saying I'm a bitch. And it's just so much. Yeah, now you understand and now you're regretful because people are more mad with you.
Sis, you did something bitchish.
Yeah, that was kind of awful.
That was kind of fucked up of you. So you just got to take that L.
Even just taking the picture was awful.
Yeah, it was. So, all right.
That's it for me. Oh, also, fuck Jolly Ranchers again. I don't know how you duped me twice, but you did. Somebody said to me, you know, you got the all red Jolly Rancher bag and it has strawberry in it. And I was like, oh yeah, that's true. And I was randomly at the fucking CVS the other day and I saw the all reds and I was like, all right, let me just get them because I actually enjoy the reds, the cherry, the watermelon, the strawberry, and the fruit punch.
Oh, they are all good.
Punch is the best Jolly Rancher. Fight me. Like, fruit punch is the best Jolly Rancher flavor. Period. The end. So I, was looking forward to this bag because it has a bunch of flavors that I really enjoy. But I was like, oh, fruit punch is in this, so yum. There had to have been at least 30 pieces in that bag.
How many?
1 fruit punch.
1? For real? I thought you was going to say 3.
1 fruit punch.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I got 1 fruit punch and I was looking around for another one in the bag and I didn't, so I emptied the whole bag.
Right.
And I was like, all right, let me just
right.
Look through this. 1 fruit punch.
Wow.
In the whole entire bag. And it was like, if there was 30, there was like 25 strawberries. So it's almost like the universe trolled me and gave me excess strawberry.
Wow.
And then 1 fruit punch.
That's fucked up.
I am tired.
Okay, now I'm upset as well.
Like what?
Because fruit punch is very good, but I thought at least you had an even mix of watermelons and cherries and strawberries.
Because watermelon is where I would have gone
Watermelon,
next.
Right. Watermelon is very good, and I do like cherry as well. But they gave you 5 of the good ones, and strawberry not bad, but why isn't the bag more evenly mixed? Quality control needs to get on that. That's
not even 2?
1 fruit punch is not acceptable. I would be trying to return it.
Hello?
I would be like, I took a picture of the 1 fruit punch wrapper that came in this bag. And I want my money back.
Unacceptable.
I'm sorry that happened to you, friend.
That's it. I'm done. So I'm pretty sure I know what your read is. So I'm just
so last Friday we had the homegoing service of Miss Aretha Franklin.
We did.
I have to thank her and the universe for having this on the same day that I was getting my hair braided because of course it did not start on time. Everybody knew when they saw the program, that lineup, that 5-minute shit, every 5 minutes something was going to be happening. I said, that ain't it. There has never been a black church to follow a schedule like this, a funeral program, and this will not be the day. Knew that.
Her program looked like a Time magazine cover.
Oh, it was gorgeous. When the man was like, we have enough for everybody. Some of them going to end up on eBay. At first I was like, damn, they are. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should look.
Right?
Because I want one.
I kind of want one.
But, I wasn't there. And I would feel gross. Anyway. So we started my hair braiding when the family processed in, which, took a good 45 minutes all by itself. Yeah. So thank you, first of all, because I had some prime entertainment while I was getting my hair braided, and a lot of the service was very moving. The Aretha Franklin gospel choir, I'm gonna need y'all to put out an album soon because y'all just, I don't know how much of the funeral you watched or if you saw any clips, but
I did see a lot of the clips.
It was that choir was something the fuck else. Chaka Khan went in. Chaka Khan stole my heart. and the mic. And she wasn't finna give it back.
Right.
She was having a good old time. You know, the spirit moved quite often. However, there were some things about this funeral that were simply unacceptable.
I saw Fantasia had people on their feet.
See, I didn't even get to Fantasia, nor Jennifer Hudson, who people normally just make jokes about because she's so fucking loud. But y'all forget that bitch can sing. And she came in her Sunday's best, okay? Mama looked phenomenal. And she sang the damn house down, too. Fantasia said, I'm just going to take these shoes off because we all know what this is. Before she even started, she was like, I'm going to just come on up out these shoes. And I was like... If the Lord won't move in this place today.
I love it.
There was some grade A singing in that church.
I mean, bare
There
minimum.
was some good praise. Like I knew there would be. Right. Like I knew there would be. Them people, Richard Smallwood was on the piano. Please. It was anointed from the beginning. However, like I said, there were some sour times.
Yes.
Like.
Niggas.
Yeah. Also, Faith Hill. That wasn't good.
No.
Also, Ariana Grande, that dress is just not funeral appropriate.
Thank you. And I felt kind of bad for thinking that.
Well, a lot of people have been like, that's just because of patriarchy and y'all talking about respecting the church and misogyny and all this. And it's like, I do understand what y'all are saying. However, at no religious event would that be appropriate. You wouldn't wear that to a Jewish funeral. You wouldn't wear that to a Hindu funeral. Like, that's just not an appropriate dress for a funeral, much less one in the church, as far as I'm concerned. However, what happened to Ariana Grande was completely unacceptable, and I don't give a fuck what she had on, but I'm gonna get there. And you know, just the fact that niggas would get up there and, you know, some of you would just go on and kind of make it about yourselves. And Bill Clinton, I don't know what the fuck he was trying to prove by pulling up Aretha's music on Apple Music. Like, we all have it. I don't know what you're doing, old man. But anyway, otherwise, you know, it is befitting Aretha Franklin. When they first started, the man said, we're not going to have no 2-hour service today because this is a legend. And we're going to have to send her off right.
Right.
And so I settled in. I got comfortable because I knew we was going to beat her all day. And we was.
Yeah.
However, the two most, I would say, personally offensive parts of this funeral, they have to be attributed to niggas, of course.
Yep.
The first... I think we're just going to start with Reverend Jasper. He is the man who eulogized her. And
who let this nigga in?
So Jasper Williams is old. He has a church in, I believe, rural Georgia, somewhere outside of Atlanta. I don't know. If it's not Atlanta, I probably don't know where it's at. Okay. In Georgia, just going to be real about it. And you know, he is a perfect representation of the reason a lot of us leave the black church. He is that nigga all rolled into one.
Yeah, you know they hate hearing that.
They blaming girls for getting pregnant and talking about how, you know, niggas need to do more, which is not entirely untrue, but they also like to ignore the fact that, you know, systemic racism keeps niggas down. The school to prison pipeline sends a lot of these niggas to jail for shit that white people don't go to jail for. And, we're underemployed across the board. We're underpaid across the board. Like, there's so many real life things that affect what black people experience, what we go through, but we do have these niggas. A lot of them are leading churches who are kind of bootstrappy and really pretty much conservative. Like, they would be Republicans if Republicans wasn't so outright racist.
Right.
They really would. And a lot of them do vote Republican.
True. Because
they feel that strongly about, like, anti-choice and gay marriage and all that sort of thing. Yep. So Reverend Jasper is a lot like those niggas, and the family said that they asked him to perform because he did the grandfather's, the aunt, and the uncle's funerals. But when he got
Franklin's grandfather?
No. They did Aretha Franklin's father, her sister, and her brother. But it was the family called them, you know, the grandfather and the aunt and uncle.
Right.
So, you know, this is why they asked him, although they also made sure to mention that they had lots of other options and listed, you know, a lot of them, including Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, who got up there and showed out for real. Like, that should have been the eulogy. But anyway, Reverend Jasper got up during his time, and I believe it was a good 45 minutes, was it not?
Yeah,
of him going on and on about kind of everything but Aretha Franklin. And then when talking about Aretha Franklin being incredibly disrespectful to her and her family, I felt like he centered Aretha's daddy in entirely too much of what he said. He started talking about how black lives don't matter because black people don't respect black lives and we have to stop killing each other before we expect white people to stop doing it, which is just like, I can't even believe we still combating niggas who say shit like that.
Right.
Like,
it's like he was a Donald Trump mole.
Black on black crime is not a thing because most crime is committed intra, that means within, racially, which means most white people are victims of crimes committed by other white people because most of us live and work around people of the same race. Yep. Most of us.
Yep.
That is what America looks like. So when you talk about black people can't say nothing because we shooting each other over sneakers and all this other bullshit, that may be true. And there's a lot of reasons why people do dumb shit like that. But that don't have nothing to do with the fucking police killing us because they don't like the way we look. And I just don't understand why y'all don't get that.
Also not a secret.
This nigga started talking about how it ain't fathers in the home no more, even though there are lots of studies coming out that say that black men are just as involved fathers as any other race. He said that, you know, black women can't raise men or women can't raise sons to be men, even though you are eulogizing a woman who raised 4 sons and was a single mother. So it's just like, you really showed up in front of the family and the world to talk about this legendary woman, and you made this about her daddy and talking about how he obviously wasn't always making the best decisions and this, but like talking about how they basically encouraged Aretha or allowed Aretha to do secular music and she didn't stay in the church as much as she should have. Like, I just felt like the entire message was so off base and I was so offended watching it. I actually wanted to mute the TV. Like, I was like, how come I can't fast forward?
I didn't finish it.
It was the worst part of what was otherwise an incredibly beautiful ceremony for somebody who deserved just that.
Right.
It was just such a stinking moment, and then to put it like right there at the end, it was just like, why did we have to end on this note? So I was already very annoyed with the good
he doesn't
reverend.
care.
No, he doesn't care. His son, who I believe is old as hell too, because this man is in his 70s, so I think his son is like 50 something. But anyway, his son was on Facebook talking about how his daddy ain't wrong because this, and you niggas need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
I don't give a fuck about you or your daddy.
I'm just tired of all that. I'm tired of all that garbage. But there was a small part of me that said, you know, Miss Aretha was older, and I know she didn't, like, she wouldn't have never went for this Black Lives Don't Matter shit. And I loved Stevie Wonder for getting on stage and saying, yes, the fuck they do. That was everything. So I knew she wouldn't have agreed with all of it, but I thought, you know, maybe this is just her favorite preacher and all this.
Yeah.
So when the family came out, they said, let me just go ahead and read this statement. This is by Von Franklin, who is her nephew. He said, I want to speak on behalf of the Franklin family as it relates to comments that Reverend Jasper Williams Jr. made on Friday during my aunt's celebration of life service on Friday, August 31st. We found the comments to be offensive and distasteful. He spent more than 50 minutes speaking, and at no time did he properly eulogize her. My aunt did not ask Reverend Jasper to eulogize her before she passed away, because dying is a topic that she did not discuss with anyone. Our family asked him to perform the eulogy because he eulogized our grandfather, my aunt, and my uncle. However, there were several people that my aunt admired that would have been outstanding individuals, including Dr. William J. Barber, Reverend Al Sharpton, Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, Reverend James Hawley, and Pastor E.L. Branch. We feel that Reverend Jasper used this platform to push his negative agenda, which as a family,
Absolutely.
we do not agree with. And he 100% did.
Yeah.
He got up there like Trump paid him to
right. I was like, did you get sent here?
Utterly disgusting. And I feel like this, as much as I hated it, because I had been living for the majority of the funeral, as much as I hated that, I was like, this nigga is the face of all the people who feel like the church don't welcome them and they judge them and it's just full of hypocrites and backstabbers and you cannot be welcome there or feel free to be yourself there. Like, the church shuns you and does not accept you. Like, this nigga is the reason why. People who say shit like that from their position of privilege and feel like they've made it so they have the clue for the rest of you niggas, and I don't understand why y'all just don't do it the way, like, this Uncle Ruckus bullshit. It was total garbage.
Oh, I missed the Boondocks.
Oh, but he wasn't even the only man to be absolutely disgusting at this service, believe it or not.
Oof.
So Bishop Charles H. Ellis III, who was, for lack of better words, a host. He was the host of the funeral. He's the man who got up in between all the different acts and kept the show moving. It seems weird to talk about a funeral like that. But anyway, I believe he is also the senior pastor at the church where this was held, Greater Grace Temple, I believe. Somebody will let me know if that's wrong. But anyway, after the Ariana got up there and sang Natural Woman, which... So I won't take it away from Ponytail. She has a lovely voice. But... I'm
just trying not to think about it.
So the thing is, like, she does have a very pretty voice.
Ariana has a great voice.
But Aretha Franklin was the queen of soul, and Ariana does not have that in her voice.
Yeah.
It's very
I think
light.
You're right on the money.
It's a very light, airy. It's beautiful. It's very pretty.
She sounded like...
But there is no depth, no strength, there's nothing... That Fantasia feeling is not there when you listen to Ariana Grande sing.
Fantasia opened her mouth with the first word, the first note, syllable, and you
and your wig is gone. Right.
You just get up on
You're in tears talking about, Lord, you didn't have to do it, Father. You didn't.
I think that... I'm assuming that, well, I was going to say Ariana Grande must have been appreciated by Aretha Franklin in one way or the next, but she didn't even ask that nigga to eulogize her, and I don't know. Either she or probably the family were like, oh, Ariana Grande has a nice voice, let's come and have her sing something. Because when they announced her and Faith Hill, I was like, why?
I'm like, whose manager did that? But, it was certainly a good look for the two of them. I mean, well, it was when I say good look, I mean opportunity, not necessarily that it was a good performance. However, what I did not notice, after she sang, the bishop brought her up to the podium and said something like, when I saw your name on the program, I didn't know who that was. And my 20-year-old daughter was like, Daddy, you so old. And I thought you was the new menu item at Taco Bell. And she looked like,
Right.
Like, really?
He made her so uncomfortable.
Like, that was right. That was just, I felt like that was, like, somebody get your fucking uncle. Who says shit like that to somebody? Like, leave that little girl alone. Who says that?
Like, I could not believe it.
But I thought that was the worst of it. After the funeral, I was online and somebody put together a close-up of the video of that moment, and you can see the bishop's hand around Ariana Grande's, tiny little body, and he is openly groping her titty, like squeezing her titty in this dress. And even in the still pictures, you can see the look on her face where it's kind of like,
are you dead serious?
Are you really right? Like, and I'm sure she did not want to cause a scene.
Exactly.
Because of where she was.
Exactly.
And the graveness of the occasion.
And I know he knew that.
Right. And he absolutely knew that. He knew she was not going to be like, ugh.
Right.
Like, he knew it. And so he took full advantage of the opportunity that he saw. I thought it was strange that he pulled her up to the podium because he hadn't done that with anybody else. But, he made his little racist joke. I thought, he's that type, to make a stupid joke.
Gross.
And then go. But, like, wow, you actually wanted to make sure you felt on them titties before she left. Like, that was so fucking disgusting. And that's another very real part of the church that we have to acknowledge that niggas don't want to acknowledge. A lot of these men, especially in high power positions that have been there for a long time, are taking advantage of women or sexually harassing women in their congregation. And they get away with it because nobody wants to believe it about the preacher, or it's just like, that man ain't mean no wrong, or you shouldn't have had that dress on no way. Like, I agree, she shouldn't have had that dress on at a funeral. That's more appropriate for the club, but that don't mean that she deserve to get felt on. Like, I don't care what she had on. You shouldn't have had your hand on her titties.
I also thought that the skirt was a little too short for a funeral, but I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, girl, you had that knee out.
Right. So I don't know what you thought. Like, no, that's not it either. Those are
so gross.
Those are grown men on stage. It is their responsibility to not stare at her ass or like openly drool over her or grab her fucking titty. Those are grown, like he said. He's 60 years old. What the fuck is going on here? But he put out a statement saying, you know, my bad, if I cross the border, which really, the border, I just don't. Why would you say that? I don't. But yeah, he put out a little fake apology. It would never be my intention to touch any woman's breast. I guess I put my arm around her. Maybe I was too friendly or familiar, but I apologize. That's not an apology.
You didn't need to touch her at all. Like, you didn't have to put your arm around her. You didn't have to touch her.
But you knew you was touching titty.
But you know that you are.
Titty and arm don't feel the same.
At all.
Titty and rib cage don't feel the same.
You had your hand all the way around her body.
Yes.
Up, like, you know what I'm saying?
You had your fingers on her breast.
There was no way you did not know that.
See, you know what titties feel like.
Stop it.
We see it, right. So that little fake apology was just such trash, and I just can't. He said that, you know, the joke was dumb, and when you're doing a program for that long, you try to do jokes or whatever, but like the girl's not
asking you for no jokes.
It was bad enough anyway, but like the girl's not even Latina. Like, she's Italian. You just
sound and look dumb.
So you embarrassed yourself, and then I just can't. Like, these are the sorts of niggas that we need to get out of the church so that the church can grow.
And no one can, your like relationship, your faith, your connection with whatever God you serve doesn't have to be called into question because you are, you know, calling out horrible shit that's happening within the church.
Right.
The people within the church are still people. We are earthly, human.
As hell.
You know, imperfect ass beings.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of it. But you can still acknowledge stuff like this being wrong, whether it's this nigga at Aretha Franklin's funeral or your pastor or whoever.
Yeah.
You can absolutely call those things out and still be like, I feel like a lot of people just have this like unconditional devotion to the church, period. And there's just like it's almost like being a bar.
Yeah. Oh my God. It is like being a bar.
There's just no questioning it. There's no acknowledging it because it's almost like then you're not, you know, a good Christian. And so you don't, you know, you're like spitting in the face of God. Like, it's just this, I feel like people are very, very, very sensitive about criticizing anything that goes on in the church. And once again, men like this guy know that. So absolutely, I'm going to feel on this girl's titty in front of the entire world because I know she ain't going to say nothing. Yeah. And I know people are going to defend me, and I can easily act like I didn't know that titties are on the front of your
Even though you definitely did. Ariana Grande does not have excess body fat. Anything squishy on her, you touching it on purpose. She's a small person. That's just it. You were doing it on purpose. You can't lie to me about that. Your hands were on that girl's breast. I can see it. You cannot. I am not
there was like
a trumper. You cannot lie to me about what I'm looking at.
There was nothing like
niggas
to misunderstand.
It was just trash. It was just such garbage.
Like, we saw you squeeze.
Right.
Stop playing.
We saw it. Like, you can't front like this isn't that. So, I just
this engaged little girl.
If not being willing to overlook sexual assault means I'm a bad Christian, then I'm just gonna have to be that. I'm just gonna have to be that.
I guess I'll be your bad Christian, sis.
And when people are talking like, oh, well, y'all gonna let, you know, this one preacher or these two preachers make you feel like, you know, you shouldn't go to church. It's not just them one or two. They are representative of something that most of us can identify with in the black churches that we grew up and went to. We know niggas like this. I went to a church where the choir director was married and openly fucking around on his wife, tried to fuck me and my friends, and like everybody knew about it and they just pretended they didn't. Like, that's common.
Yeah.
People know about this, and these people are in leadership positions at the church, the ones who are supposed to be, you know, following God's word.
I feel like almost
it's just
every close friend I have,
trash.
Almost every friend I have, like black friends that grew up in the black church, have a story either from their church or a church they had gone to, a family member's church or whatever.
Yep.
Like they all have a story of somebody working in the church who was a little shifty.
Yeah.
In one way or the next. Whether
Right.
it was like, you know, being a little predatory or, you know, money in situations or...
We hear these situations so much, people act like they not that big of a deal.
Right. Like it's just a common thing.
Like,
that comes with the territory.
Preachers feeling on that girl, that's a story I've heard more times I can count.
Yeah.
That's incredibly common. And that's why people don't want to go no more. Because why bother with getting yourself up and going to a place of worship where everybody is saying one thing and living a totally different way? Why even waste your time like that? And it's more often than not that that's going to be the church that you find. It's rare that you're going to find churches where people feel accountable to each other and open and like this is an affirming congregation that accepts people and doesn't try to demonize them. Like that's a lot less. You're going to find Reverend Jasper and them niggas more often than not, unfortunately. And until the rest of us can take a good look at the church and reckon with the shit that we ignore, y'all gonna continue to see young people not go, gay people not going. Like, you're gonna continue to see them numbers drop until I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. But y'all this cannot continue this way. We cannot sit up here and listen to these men do shit like this, watch them do shit like this, and act like it don't mean nothing. That's all I'm saying. You got up there and disrespected single mothers at Aretha Franklin's funeral to her son's faces. The fact that they didn't get up there and just slap the shit out of you is also beyond all comprehension.
I know one of them niggas.
Woo!
One of them was the one to calm down.
Trash,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
One of them, one person had to have surrounding family members like, don't go up there. Don't go up there.
No, please.
Please
don't do it. It's not worth it.
There. We have former presidents in here, my nigga.
We cannot. Please don't.
We will sort this out
so
afterwards.
many dignitaries. The state police is here.
Flat out would have been me. I know I'm the one. I am absolutely.
What you mean a single woman can't raise sons to be men? They do it literally all the time.
Every single day.
My mama did it. The woman you eulogizing. Fuck you talking about. I just was really fed up with the men who ran shit at that funeral. It was just...
Black women can't even die in peace.
The legend deserved better than that eulogy. She absolutely did. 100%.
I don't understand what them niggas were thinking.
Fuck these niggas. And that's all I got. I'm done.
Well, that about wraps up this episode of The Read. Thanks for listening.
Yes, check us out on social media at This Is The Read and our website, thisistheread.com. Tickets available for our upcoming live shows this fall at thereadlive.com. That is correct. We will see you soon. Philadelphia, Nashville, Denver, Seattle, and Miami. Any other news for you, Kid Fury?
I think that just about covers it for now. Come see us at shows. I know the Friend Zone is doing some
facts,
shows with. I know they're going to see FAMU, but I kind of want to go.
Oh my God. You know who I should have introduced myself as this week? Cicely Tyson's hat.
Oh, wow.
I will forever regret that.
That was a gem.
Damn. What a hat. And then she got up there and did that performance as well. Listen, the funeral was lit except for these niggas. But anyway.
Yeah, I think that's just about it. Watch Arel on Sunday. It was actually really good.
Oh, yeah. You hosted
I think
that
people
event.
are going to like it.
I saw the pictures. You looked good.
I didn't know what to expect. I just knew that I was excited to see Jess act, and I was really excited to see Sinbad on TV.
Oh, right.
So those are two things. I mean, I know Rel is funny, and, I liked it. I really liked that pilot episode. I thought it was funny as fuck, so I hope it'll be the new black sitcom to watch as a family.
I was just watching A Different World this morning and thinking about Sinbad. What a show that was. Man. So good.
But that's what I like about this show. Like it's so clearly created by somebody who watched all of those.
Okay,
like you watch it and it reminds me of like a lot of my favorite Black sitcoms and things I like about Black comedy on TV. Like a little something of everything.
Okay, so what is Fox, right? Sunday night?
Yeah, Sunday at... let me see.
People can Google it because different time zones.
All I know is that it comes on after the NFL. I was like, perfect, because I wasn't going to watch that anyway. So I could really make them mad by watching well.
I'm just waiting on Colin's clothes to come out so I can be out here stunned.
Listen, I can't wait to make everybody fucking
so
angry sick with that. Sunday after football, make sure you watch it. I liked it.
Okay. Are you caught up on Insecure?
No, I didn't watch the last episode.
Oh, okay. Well, then we won't do that. But, ooh, nigga, you better hurry up because it's about to get real. All right. Do we have an acronym this
Wait, hold on. No, we're not leaving.
You missed
No, don't say too much.
You missed the last episode. That was...
I can literally go home and watch
some shit happened, yeah, so...
I know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
I know that I know what's gonna happen because I've been new.
Okay.
And I'm pissed. What episode was that? Was this episode 4?
Yes.
Okay, so we're like halfway through it.
I know! Already.
Damn.
So,
Oh, God.
All right. We will see y'all next week.